normally have following the live stream?
It's anywhere from 4 to
It's about to
40.
break 12.
Are you serious? Oh, God. What a day. What a time to be alive.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah,
don't-
there it is.
I don't think that's showing live updates though. I don't want to have to refresh it all the time.
It's a good problem when it can't keep up. Oh, my God. Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
Dude.
CoinDesk ain't keeping up. Is someone here? Is it Davey? Look at that, Mr.
Hey.
Haul Ass.
I'm sorry. I told you I was hauling ass. I'll make it. Hey, look, I already got one of those.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Hey, I'm Kurt. Do you want some Blanton's on the rocks?
That will be fine with me.
Okay.
Blanton's on the rocks. My goodness.
That might be the
Just watch this cord sitting over here.
Yeah,
You're good there. Just watch this cord.
guest wise. Yeah, right?
What?
It's probably the record model that guest has brought.
Yeah, I was getting a bottle of that.
Yeah, that's it.
Bad.
Maybe, because usually everybody brings cheap shit, especially
Yeah.
Dave. What?
Me?
What?
Dave, cheap stuff? You mean like Ezra Brooks?
That counts, right? Yeah,
That's good.
Here.
it's over 12.
Good God. What's crazy is we're gonna.
Are you dozing?
Yeah, you dozing?
Oh
Fucking
no! Are you
skyrocketing.
not?
You need to do it now.
I mean, I am, but you know, I'm also thinking of Ethereum and
Okay.
you know. That's
I got rid of all my bit. That's the only crypto I have anymore.
Is the Doge?
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to look at all my list.
All right, test. Oh shit.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks
Oh, absolutely. Cheers, boys. To
Hell
Doge.
Cheers, cheers.
for
To
To
Doge.
Doge.
To Doge.
See, I knew I bought the Blanton's for a reason.
Oh, there you go, sir.
You're going to break the cycle and all of a sudden it's going to tank.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this set up.
So everybody's getting out at $5. Like, that's the rule you got to stick
I'm
to.
getting out at 5.
Okay.
I'll
fair
get out
enough.
of 5.
I'll be tempted though. Once it goes to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking like 2.5, I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Are you sure,
That's it.
guys?
You sure we're gonna do this? What camera is this? Is that camera you?
What's it at now?
12.
12
Yeah.
cents.
We're going to try to ride it to $5.
There we go. Yeah. All 4 of us on cam.
Like when I saw that today, when I heard it on the radio, I was about to text Dustin and say, you need to fucking sell.
You should have texted me.
But if you would have done it, you'd have been, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
get
probably
lots
would
of
have.
it. Especially if it goes to quarter while we're on the show.
Test your mic.
That's the goal.
Testing this mic.
Keep going.
I have things that are not important to say, so this doesn't have to be a really good connection for me.
Well, you live in Colleyville, so
Yeah,
you're the
you
main
are a
That's true.
registered voter.
interviewee.
I am a registered voter in Colleyville, so
You
you've already the Blantons was a that's a good one.
He won your vote on that.
Not yet. I can't. That seems illegal, so we're not going to go there. I'm
Right.
just going to say that was
Did you just buy
forward
our
thinking.
votes? No,
That's
I
forward
can't
thinking.
vote in there.
It's about to break 13.
Are you kidding?
No, it's not. Not after hours.
12.
It's-
No, it's
No.
24/7.
24/7.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the crypto.
Oh, yes.
There's
See,
no
that's,
hour.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't mess with it. I really don't have any
12-9.
idea what the hell's going on.
There's no
Are you
hours when you
kidding
go into
me?
the
I'm
moon.
not kidding.
Yeah, my Robin Hood just said, fuck you, I'm not keeping up with this anymore.
Yeah, 13. Oh my God. Dude, it is.
It's probably just a bunch of
straight up.
knuckleheads like us that are just dumping into
Just
it right now.
dumping.
It's
I don't
like,
care. I
Me
hope
neither.
all the.
but that makes me scared about the when to get out though.
It's just-
GameStop, yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
that's ridiculous. That's one day.
Sheesh.
Wow. Look,
All right. 13 is on the horizon.
so I've had it 3.
We're gonna walk out of here
That's-
millionaires.
That's my 3 months. See it right over here.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's probably what Dustin's looks like.
Nah,
bet it
I
does.
mean, not really. It's kind of roller coastery.
No, it's the exact same one I have.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
Yep, we kind of
Yeah,
have the
that's
same.
that's what 3 months.
Not
looks
much
like.
red
3
in there.
months.
Well, let me quickly go to PayPal and then move all my leftover money in there.
About to go to my credit union and
giving
dump
guitar lessons
all-
for a reason.
yeah.
buy Bitcoin. Music's gonna pay off for me, guys. I swear to God.
You stick at it, kid.
You
You got a phone? Let me see that phone.
You just don't get it.
All right.
So I got $120 I'm just gonna go ahead and blow it on
Do it.
Doge.
On Doge.
No time like the present.
Yep. Let's
All right,
see.
so this is live. We're rolling. RoboTuner's doing his show against us.
Oh, this is like Thunderdome.
Yeah, this is the fight.
Okay,
of the
it's slowing
podcast.
down now. It's back down to 11.
Oh,
Seven.
only 11? When
Yeah.
it started at 6.
Yeah,
So
Last night at 10, where it started,
4.
this shit started, wasn't it?
I'm going to guess 6, right?
I think that's what everyone was saying earlier, that it had been like 12 hours, a 12-hour climb.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jerry Jonestown Massacre Wall Street Journal
No,
Yeah.
podcast.
I don't think we're
and
advised.
yeah.
Cryptocurrency
I don't think we can do
trading.
Do not take any advice from this show or these yahoos on
Yeah.
this show.
All right, we ready to do this?
Let's do it. I don't think I can buy Doge through here. I got to go through Robinhood.
Yeah, I had to go through Robinhood.
I had to go through and get it. It's kind of silly. All right, let's do this.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
turn it down a little bit.
No, just broke 12 again.
Hurry up, David.
Now it's back down. It's all over the place.
Sweaty balls, sweaty ass crack makes a swamp.
Everybody's doing what
Swamp
we're doing.
ass.
So moist. Yeah, 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 yeah. This episode of the J. Jones Last Kicker is brought to you by
Geist Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Show number 416. It is Tuesday,
I'm coming back in 4 more shows.
April 13th. Why in 2 more shows?
4 more shows.
Oh, 420?
What?
It'd been great if we had 420 on 420 because next week is 420.
Is it on the... No, not today, though, is it?
No, next Tuesday is 420.
Oh, yeah. Earth Day.
Earth Day.
Also known as, that's exactly what I was talking about. Also known as Earth
Yeah.
Day.
It's Hitler Day, too,
I
right?
thought it was Hitler's birthday.
Ugh.
And Columbine.
Already. What? That was on 422?
And
It was sometime around
one in
there.
Oklahoma.
There's a bunch of crazy
Oklahoma
stuff that
City
happened
bombing?
then.
Bro,
Like 420 is like the worst date in American
Yeah.
history besides 9/11. But
it's kind of like
It's
turning,
like
turning
March
20,
33rd.
It's kind of like turning 27 though too. It's also the worst age. I mean, if you make it past 27,
Then you're going to make it
you're gonna
for a
make
while.
it. Yeah.
You're like a rock and roll cockroach.
right.
Happy
That's
Tuesday, Dustin.
happy Tuesday, Matt. How you doing this week?
I'm all right.
Are you?
Bobbing and weaving, man. Bobbing and
Just
weaving.
bobbing and weaving.
Yep.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm a little down today.
You're more than a,
Not gonna lie.
Or are you a little
more than
up?
a duck and cover.
I am a little up by what we're watching here and spent the entire pre-show talking about.
Dave, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Almost
Matt.
said birthday.
That's all right. I'll take a breath down to Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Dave.
Dave, happy Tuesday.
Dustin.
And now we have a new guest in the temple. Happy Tuesday, Kurt.
Happy Tuesday, Kurt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin. Happy Tuesday, Dave.
Happy Tuesday, Kurt.
Happy Tuesday, Stubbs.
Thank you.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm great. Thank
We're all
you-
doing great, except
Thank
you.
you guys for having me. To the moon.
To
We're
the moon. We're just riding to the moon.
Yep.
We're back down to 12 cents.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
means
up
it's
and
back
down.
over.
That's the double up.
Yep. We are we're Dogecoin watching right now.
We're
Yeah.
giving out free advice that you should not take.
You never listen to
This
us.
is the wrong
for,
podcast to
yeah.
listen to.
You should never listen to us for financial advice.
Ever.
I don't
No.
think we have any qualification enabled to give that.
No, I did failed mortgages.
You did that on purpose, though.
Just to Dustin.
You're the reason that the bubble burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2008 was because of me.
Were you in subprime?
I wasn't in all of it, but
Oh.
I started in subprime.
All right.
That's where I made most of my money.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I was low man on the totem pole. I wouldn't like one of those guys getting like $500,000 bonuses and
Right.
stuff, unfortunately. But they're all in prison now, and guess what? I'm doing a podcast.
And somehow you got away with it.
I don't know what's worse, prisoner or the podcast.
You weren't charged with war crimes.
No. Fortunately. Fortunately, that or financial crimes. So we got another person on our show that has political aspirations. This is becoming routine now, I guess.
Yeah,
2 times
I
in 1
mean,
year, right?
We're becoming the voice of
Politics.
politics.
Usually people avoid us like the plague.
Because of the politics.
Yeah,
because of the
politics.
Yeah.
But running for local municipalities.
Which is funny because the whole time I thought it was Meyer, Kurt. I was
No.
telling everyone, I was like, we got a
So,
mayor candidate.
That's
coming
coming
in.
from the last name. Meyer for mayor has a ring to it.
Yeah, we're
but-
going to get into that.
Yeah,
For sure.
But Meyer for Colleyville City Council Place 6 sounds pretty good to start
We
with.
just want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to leave. That's basically what we're doing right here. Is
Right.
So this isn't a mayor vote
No.
year, right?
Nope,
It's just
nope.
all city council for Colleyville?
So this is Place 5 and Place 6 this year. Next year will be Mayor, Place 1, and Place 2, which is Place 1 is Mayor Pro Temp, and Place 2 is just Place 2.
pro
In
temp.
Colleyville, how it works is all positions pay 0. It's an elected position,
Okay.
3-year term. So it basically what you do is you run. My opponent ran unopposed 3 years ago. And they're equal votes. So the mayor is the same importance and same vote strength as Place 6.
Oh,
So
okay.
all my jiu-jitsu buddies go, yeah, you're jockeying for 6th place. We don't understand
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
But Place 6 is the same vote as the mayor.
Y'all should do a tournament.
I'd win.
You and
I'd win.
You should
Yeah.
get all your jiu-jitsu buddies to go. 6-man into 1-man leave
Yeah.
to the opponent.
Yeah, no.
That would be,
Would you destroy it?
It would end pretty quickly. Yeah, it'd end pretty
As long
quickly, I
as
think.
there's not like a secret blue belt or purple belt on the
Yeah.
city council.
Or a hidden
Gotta watch out for
chainsaw, chainsaw hanging from that,
There you go.
If you go straight up Thunderdome, they may have
Sure.
a chance.
Now that would be cool if politics were settled that way. Like at some point they said, you know what? We're just gonna let you guys all get in the octagon and which
I've always
Dustin
thought they should have done that though. I mean, they send young kids over to die. Why don't they just do it themselves?
That's
I
what they
thought
should do.
that's how we want to solve everything around here.
Well,
is
remember when we were talking about
Thunderdome
Step
fight?
up.
starting a league that was MMA and NBA combined? And we were going to go to Mark Cuban about that.
We were.
I actually saw a TikTok or something where they were doing that. Someone's trying to bite off our idea. We always come up with these great ideas like cryptocurrencies. We thought of that like 12 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't know. This
You're the reason
Dogecoin,
for the boom for sure.
Yeah.
this Dogecoin keeps climbing. I'm not going to need Mark Cuban. I'll start this
Wow.
league on my own.
We should.
We should.
Self-made.
The
Yeah.
Jerry Jonestown Massacre Basketball League.
Why can't I buy the Jerry Jonestown Massacre NFT right now?
You should.
I mean,
We're going to get into that.
okay.
Do we have NFT cards yet?
I want to actually own this moment.
You should.
Right
Which
now,
I want to actually
We're
own
easy to
this
buy
moment.
off if you'd
we'll
like to
we'll
do
let
it.
you own this whole episode.
You just about did with the Blantons.
416.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
The Blantons pretty much. We just signed the deal. You've seen that Seinfeld where they're asking Kramer.
What the
you
hell
know,
is
with the-
Seinfeld? Is that
Yeah, I'll have to explain that to people.
Yeah, I want to get into this NFT here in a little bit.
But
especially
remember
since you
the
know.
coffee episode where he gets where they're like, "Well, we'll give you free coffee for a year," and Kramer goes, "I'll take it," and his
Yeah.
attorney's like, "Oh my gosh, that's us. You just bought us with the
Yeah.
Blantons." So
It's real easy.
good job, Kurt.
These guys are cheap.
If it were always that easy, the election would be over.
So, what made you want to do this?
Yeah, that is a great question. So, I grew up in Richland Hills, born and raised there, Richland Elementary, Richland Middle, Richland High School, down by Rosebud Park. And so it's very simple. And so I've been on, I don't even know how many forums, debates, whatnot. All my family, most of my family, joined the military.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all my aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, military. Well, I had a football scholarship to go to play football at Kansas Wesleyan University.
tight end.
So 6'5", 317
Okay,
at that time.
so you were
little
lineman.
bigger. Yeah. So I went to college, and then I transferred to SFA. And got pretty bad tailbone injury.
Nacogdoches.
Yeah, lived in a fraternity house. I was a Pike there, and I was the first in the family tree to graduate college.
Awesome.
So at every get together, every whatnot, all my friends that are in the Air Force, whatever, I did no public service, and we all think when you come from Richland Hills or a place like that, a low income place where there's poor people growing up in an 800 square foot house, after high school, you go to the military, you get a trade, and then you do a job. Then one day you'll retire, right?
Or you sell pot.
Or you do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to college, got a degree, and was really blessed through some fraternity brothers to have a really good job in the oil field for a long time, and been blessed enough that where I could move somewhere like Colleyville, right, where the average home price is $564, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy, right?
Um,
So, and
West
saying,
side of Fort Worth is suddenly that high. So
we're all going to be be there pretty soon.
We all are.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. With the way Dogecoin's going up, everybody's going to be able to live in Colleyville here pretty quick. And so
I'm gonna check it while we say that.
every morning, well, some of us shave every day. I'm the only guy in the room who shaves every day because I'm in the oil field and we get fit tested for the H2S. And
I just rely on my beard to keep everything out.
Absolutely, I would too.
natural filter.
Makes a filter, yeah. So I when I shave in the morning, look back and go, okay, you've been really blessed. Been married 14 years, got a 10-year-old son. He goes to a great school, has a tutor, can play piano. You know the stuff you imagined. My parents were 16 when they had me, which is, but God bless them. My dad was a manager at Will Hoyt's for 18 years.
Oh, yeah.
Will Hoyt, over in Grapevine?
I grew up in Will Hoyt. That's my first job.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Uncle Phil Parker. Yeah, I owe a lot to that man. And
You ever been in a cover band that played Will Hoyt's Dave?
Yeah.
I bet you have.
I probably
Yes, you
have. I probably have.
So I didn't just get here, right? A lot of people mentored me along the way. Like, I'll never forget Phil Parker, speaking of, he just celebrated 40 years at Will Hoyt's, right? So he's a very, very smart man. He would tell me, so a long time ago, long time ago, there's grout and the brick at Will Hoyt's. There's also a Model T. Well, you can only weigh so much and clean that Model T, right? And there's also air vents, and there's brass. There's brass everywhere in there. So I, the GM's son, every Saturday would clean the brass. It's a very clean place. I know it gets rough as hell about 2 o'clock in the morning, but they have impeccable cleaning, like just protocol there. And so, because the buffet goes out every day, real early,
right.
so you have a different crowd eating the buffet every day. He would go. So we'd see a surgeon walk in, a lawyer, and they have those Harleys, right? Everybody has a Harley, and they cost.
That's what we talked about last week.
Yeah, the Sons of Anarchy bar.
Yeah. But it's a doctor. It's a doctor on a
far.
Harley. It's not like a biker bar. It's not.
No.
There's not the booze fighters in here, right?
No,
It's a doctor, a lawyer, because the bikes are so tricked out.
It's the Wild Pigs guys.
Yeah, and they're old ladies on the back and whatever, and she's drinking whatever, and he goes, "See that guy over there? He's the number one surgeon in Grapevine." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yes, sir." And like, I'm putting ice, 5 gallons of buckets of ice. I'm bar backing, opening bottles because I'm under 18. I have to set them there, and the bartender then hands you the Coors Light. And so I bar backed for a long time, and he would go, "Watch him." I was like, "Okay, yes, sir, we'll do, sir." And he'd go, "Watch him." And then hour 1, hour 2. So Big John was the bouncer forever. Pass out at the bar. The best surgeon, whatever. He'd go, "Watch him, watch everybody," and he would just cash, whatever. And then doctor, lawyer, whatever. He goes, "That dude walked in, the smartest guy in Grapevine. He can't even stop from pissing himself right now at the bar." He goes, "Always be in control of your own situation and be in control of your world and your circle of influence." And like, Uncle Phil was always on point. Like, he made no mistake. And the next day, the same guy would come back.
Do the same thing.
The best surgeon in Grapevine, walking in the door, right? And he goes, "You could stay the best at whatever you are, but no one to say no, right? No one to stop. Always be smarter than the guy at the bar stool next to you." And dude, from that point, just a hustler's mentality. So a lot of that I got from him, and my mom bought all those Tony Robbins books. So that's how we got here.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
Oh, Will Hoyts.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Will Hoyt.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned the brass, and you're right. There is a lot of brass that's
on all
in
the
there.
wood. There's a brass bar because that's the way Ted Will Hoyt
he
had it.
That's the way he wanted it. Huh?
Yep.
Gives it an I was just over there like last week. I used to go to a bar over there that burned down. What was it? Not Loose Change. I always call it that. Anyway, there was a bar right in the parking lot of that Mexican food place that everybody loves. The one that's real Esparza's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There was a bar that was kind kind of next to it, the lot over that butted up to the corner, and I used to go loose. No, it wasn't loose change. I keep trying to call it that. I can't remember what it was
Wait,
called.
Matt, it was loose. I think it was loose change.
But it's funny because Loose Change was a place in Deep Ellum, and when I used to go all the time to this bar in Grapevine, I would always call it Loose Change, and that's why I always call it that. But I forgot what it's called, man.
Did it throw you off when the Loose Change video came out about
That had to.
Yeah,
about
it did.
9/11? It was
Yeah.
the same logo as the bar in Deep Ellum.
Yeah, it made my eyes cross, and I pissed
was
my
like,
pants and
what the
forgot my
hell?
name.
I was like, why are they using the logo of the bar in Deep Ellum? It was strange.
Yeah, it
Threw me off.
short circuited me. I'll think of the name in a little bit and just yell it during a random part of the show, like someone's. We'll all be
Shocked your balls?
serious, yeah, and I'll come with it. We'll be talking about some tragic story, and I'll.
But yeah, so that's why I'm running. I owe
Awesome.
3 years of service for what I didn't do, but this country's really
That's a good
blessed
way
me.
of thinking of things.
It is
as
It
a citizen.
It absolutely pays zero. I do RFPs, bid contracts all day long, global bid contracts, whether it be international trade, whatnot. Handle hundreds of millions of dollars of budget, multiple employees. How could I not handle a $24 million budget, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like if you have my opponent who ran unopposed, God bless her, as a homemaker and whatnot, and then you have my resume sitting next to her, you're going to hire me 10 times out of 10.
For sure.
But that's not how politics works.
Nope. It's
Absolutely
all
not.
popularity contest.
Absolutely. And who's pulling the strings right behind you?
Yeah,
right?
and you're in
Yep.
the dirtiest field, the local level.
Oh my God.
That's where it gets real nasty.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I literally just walked into a mindstorm. Like,
So can we talk about the newspaper article?
we can talk about the news.
do you have to put the?
So yeah, let me say that. So all the opinions expressed during this podcast are those of Kurt Meyer and not of the Jerry Jonestown Massacre. Nor can you sue them or take them to court because everything that's said is hypothetical, right? We're just
Exactly.
having a conversation.
Exactly.
So okay, you're right. You put in your bid to run for mayor,
Yep.
and your opponent
Uh-huh.
decides to hop online
Mhm.
and just start buying domains.
Kurt for Colleyville, probably KurtMeyer.com. I don't know. There's so many of them. Meyer for Colleyville, and not only mine, but the guy running for place 5.
Sounds like something you would do, Dustin.
It
What?
is a great
That
idea.
actually is something I would do.
Yeah, it is a
But
great
normally
idea.
I go buy domains for stupid ideas we have, and then I just
Yeah.
hold on to them. Like,
DonkeyPunch.com and
no, JerryJonestownMassacre.com. I bought the day you said that phrase. I went and I
loads of
bought it,
money.
and it sat empty for 2 years before we decided to start doing this show.
That's when we were going to do the Blast Beat Country band.
Yeah, it was going to be a country
But
band.
you had intent in the intellectual property you were working on.
Yeah, we were working on it.
Correct.
I wasn't blocking anybody from purchasing
or
it
squatting.
or squatting, and that's what she did. Now,
Yep.
I
Rigney Financial Services did, yeah.
now back
Uh-oh.
when we started jacking
All
with
opinions are
when the internet got started. When the internet got started, you could squat names.
Yes,
it
sir.
was no problem.
Yes, sir.
I did not realize until 30 minutes, 45 minutes ago,
Sure.
that it's a felony now.
It could be. It could be. That's why they have lawyers and other people have lawyers, and the Texas Ethics Bureau has lawyers, and
They look at all of it.
Yep, and that is for them to find out. And I'm sitting here with you guys. It did blow my mind that hey, she realized 3 years ago there was no one running for the position. Husband plugged her in there. Wayne Rigney is his name. Financial Services has. So there's a show called
Wonder how much Dogecoin he's got.
Oh my God, all the Doge. He's got all the Doge. So there's a show called Wheel of Fortune, right?
Yeah.
You got Merv Griffin, and a letter lights up on a board, and then Vanna just
Which is,
hits it.
yeah. She's the Vanna White of his Merv
That's
Griffin.
what you said, not me.
That's I am. I will say that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. But it is if I have a business model, I'm looking. If this is the way politics runs, why would you not? Every deal, you have 1/7 the vote, and if you're in the True Texas Project or a member of the Tea Party, and you've got 4 of the 5 or the 7 seats, 4 votes beats 3 votes every time.
Yeah.
Because there's 7 votes, right?
Yeah.
So, in saying that, if I'm average citizen and I would like trash pickup, I'd like to have citizen comments or whatever, and you've got 5 minutes of citizen comments. Am I really listening to you? I'm listening to the 4 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the 3 votes are the citizens' votes, right?
Yeah.
So in place 5 and place 6, we could take it 5-2, and then the people would have a voice again.
So the Tea Party, is that, you mentioned that? I hadn't heard that in a while. Is that still a thing?
So it's still
Or-
a stronghold. So because they get sued and have to change their name, Empower Texas became Texas Scorecard, became the True Texas Project. So for example, my campaign, it's all donations. I've raised under $4,000, right? It's not uncommon. Now remember, the position pays $0, and you're doing it to serve the citizens. It's not uncommon for
As it should be.
as it should be,
Right.
for the people by the people, and $20,000-$30,000 to run for city council in a city with 24,000 people in it. But it's a moving and shaking city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of big deals, beautification project. It's the crown jewel of the Metroplex. It's where all the Texas Rangers live. It's where a lot goes on. And this is what I didn't realize walking into it, right? Again, I didn't serve in the military, so I wanted to do 3 years of civil service. My God, I'm over U.S. land. I could be over Colleyville, Texas, and not even the mayor, just place 6. No clue what I was walking into. For it to be a form of civil service, what's really going on?
Right.
If a position that pays $0 is that vital to a group, so they'd sink 20 to 40 grand in every election every year, times place 5 and place 6. So really, it's like 40, 60K.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That's all true.
But why?
Oh no, it's all backroom deals. It's all to get stuff
Who's
pushed through to the
whose
city.
palms you
That's got,
grease?
yeah,
But imagine if you were oblivious,
father-in-law, mother-in-law deals.
and you had never run. I've never run for office before. You're oblivious, and you're just going, I would like to do good. I've been so blessed, a healthy kid, happy marriage, unbelievable breaks and mentors in my life. People that had no reason to believe in me took chances on me, and I never let them down, right? Well, this town could take a chance on me, and I won't let them down either. But the only thing to be gained is I'll be able to look myself in the mirror and go, okay, you've come full circle. You did what you're supposed to. Now the rest of the years, I'm going to go crazy. But for 3 years, I'm going to give you my everything, right?
Mhm.
And if I say that, I mean it, right? So there's again, going back to my father, who was the GM of Wilhoit's. No one sees anybody mop Wilhoit's, right? My father said something, and it stuck with me, because you got to remember, I watched my parents grow up. They were 16 when they had me. So when I was 10, my parents were 26. It's pretty trippy, right? So
I don't remember being 26.
yeah, I mean, dude, I have so much gray hair, and I'm 39 now. I don't even know what 26. I don't even know how to spell 26. So
I don't remember my 20s.
But I'll never
I
forget.
remember yesterday.
When you have nothing, all you have is your name and your word.
Yeah.
Don't forget that when you have a lot.
Yeah.
So now I have a lot, and I'm really blessed, right? But in the very beginning, all I had was my name and my word, which is, you were talking about crazy, driving up and down Highway 26 or Colleyville Boulevard. I only live 5 miles from here. It's those red and white signs, Kurt Meyer everywhere. Well, my son's the third, I'm the second. My father's the first, right? So I don't really see my name on those signs. I see my dad mopping Wilhoit's on those signs. I see my son knowing how to play piano, like, mi and mi hermano habla español 2 años en la escuela. But I only learned that because they made sacrifices to teach me Spanish, right? So I'm not supposed to have anything that I have. And that sign is really Kurt Meyer the first, who mopped the floors of Wilhoit's and cleaned up everybody's puke and that surgeons, whatever.
Probably mine.
So it's coming full circle.
That's badass.
And with anything, hard work beats talent any day of the week, right?
Mhm.
And no one that ever runs for a place in city council will work harder than me. I'll tell you that right now. We could have a rock throwing contest, and I'll throw my arm out, or jujitsu, right?
Mhm.
I'm terrible at jujitsu, but when we're doing it, I'm
You're in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all I got, man. If it's not enough, oh well, but it is what it is.
That's awesome, man.
It is. That's really badass.
This is what you just explained as far as the sign goes, and your father.
Yeah.
Is exactly what politics needs. Is people got to let go of this narrative stuff and just do it for the betterment of the community. Yep. And I think that's what's missing. When everything starts turning back to that, everybody's trying to help everyone out, and every step that they can make for 3 years, then I think that's when things will start turning around, and we'll get out of this crazy na boo boo world of politics.
No, I can attest to Kurt's point about that Colleyville politic
Thank you.
environment is rabid, to say the least. It is. You would think that you were running for president, quite honestly, the way that they go after each other and
Yep.
seeing exchanges online between people who have differences of opinion.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. So imagine. So I'm gonna have a conversation with Kurt 3 months ago, right? So, Kurt, I'm gonna tell you a story. There's gonna be people that text you from burner phones, and
Really?
you have a wife and you have a 10-year-old son, right? But some nights you're gonna have to get up 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning and check all your doors because you got a text in the middle of the day from a burner phone that somebody dumped.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
In Colleyville?
Yep.
That's amazing, man.
So
Bullshit. Really?
So why?
That's why.
What?
Usually
Because of the corruption.
You know
man.
what?
No,
it's
but-
called barrier to entry. If I tell this
Yeah, that's
story,
true.
so y'all have a really popular podcast. It's all kidding aside. That's where I want my Tim Dillon's. I'm huge fans of you guys. We all grew up in the same circles, from the same place. You guys are literally me, but our paths are just crossing, right? But people like us, there's generational wealth and people that are allowed to plant.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's some people, what you might call new money or whatever, that we're not supposed to be in their game. So the barrier to entry has to be high. So you've got to be threatened. You've got to have the crazies come out. You've got to know, hey,
But it's Colleyville. I mean, that's
what if I
just so
told you
crazy.
I knew you dropped your son off at Bransford Elementary at 7:18 a.m. and I know you're in front of the Walmart neighborhood market picking up your prescription, and then you go to trace it and it's a burner. That's been dumped in that parking lot. But that's hypothetical. None of that's ever happened.
But I mean,
But snitches get stitches.
Oh,
So we would never say that because what we're also not is afraid, right? We're not.
I just find it bizarre. Like, Dave and I had a mutual friend that had an issue in Colleyville
Sure.
this week. And
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it too
Sure.
much because it's his story. I tried to get him to come in tonight to tell the
That
story.
would have been an interesting story.
Yeah.
Did he get it resolved, or is no one listened to
It's
him?
It's getting resolved
in the
today.
process.
It's in the
Okay.
process, but and it's crazy. It's pretty over the top. And the whole time
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to the story, and he's showing me video of what happened and everything, the way it went down. I just keep going. This is Colleyville. This isn't East Baltimore. This isn't East Detroit.
No.
This
not-
is
But look what
Colleyville.
just-
Why
there's-
is this
the
happening?
Wire's
But look
not
what
in
just
Colleyville.
happened in Southlake. 2 of the people are in jail now, or what happened?
What's
with
the
them?
story with that?
That was tampering, right?
So-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're both seeking. I mean, they're both going to have. They obviously got booted,
Yeah.
and they have legal recourse against them. I don't know all the details, so I don't want to speak to it. Again, this is Kurt Meyer, not the JW fight.
No.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
It's just bizarre that it gets that hardcore
Yeah.
in a town like Colleyville. You see, is a nice, peaceful little town. That
it's the
you
best
know,
place. It's the
my-
best place to live. Period.
My uncle was
I agree with
the
that.
chief of police for years. He was a
Yep.
detective. He started out as a foot cop, basically in Grapevine. Became a detective, then moved over to Colleyville.
Rest in people with bad feet.
Absolutely
Well, at one time, Grapevine and Colleyville were one.
correct.
And then when Colleyville broke off, he
Yep.
went the Colleyville route.
Yep.
And then he worked his way up from detective and then became the chief of police before he retired. And it was always just a nice little, quiet little town. The only
We have
thing,
horse farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
big
Nice.
trees.
Yeah.
you know, the thing
It's a
he
donkey
said
every
Or the
now
all
and
the
then.
time,
donkey.
The pumpkin
There used to be a zebra.
patches,
We
too,
still have
yeah.
the pumpkin
Pumpkin
patch.
patch.
That
Yeah.
still goes hard every
Yeah.
year.
what made Colleyville, crazy, what got them to work
Mm-hmm.
or had made them do their job was the celebrities freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a certain one that she was a co-star on a show about that took place in Alaska.
Hypothetically, sure.
Hypothetically,
The
Sure.
lady that made 3-second rule?
No, not her. She lives right down the street.
Oh, okay.
But she always had crazy calls.
Yeah.
Out to her house.
Yeah.
And he said that's really all we have. That's all the issues we have in Colleyville. It's not.
Mhm.
But then when he got out, because he started seeing, when he retired, he's like, "There's a change.
Yeah.
There's a change coming. The police force is changing.
Yep.
The way the city works is changing."
Absolutely.
And he wanted to get out to remember the way the city was.
Sure.
And he died a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, and I really wish he was alive now just to bounce stuff off of his noggin.
They say an old house you can remodel as long as it's got good bones. Well, Jerry Duque is the city manager. Phenomenal. He's I'm not just saying that because I live in Colleyville. He's probably the best city manager we have in the whole area. Chief Miller of the police, he's phenomenal. He's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, I think we have 12 new officers in the last 2 years, and then with the Glade expansion project, we'll probably have 2 more. So do not go above 30 on Cheeks Barger or Glade or Hall Johnson. Good God.
I drive like a grandpa anyway.
Tell everybody who visits me, I tell them when they leave, I'm like, do not go above 30 on Cheeks Barger. Just don't do it.
Dude, 4 you're fine, 5 you're mine.
Yeah.
That's a small road too, though. You shouldn't be going that fast anyway.
Amen.
But people get agitated on Cheeks Barger.
Yeah, they do.
Climb up your butt and
Yep.
slow down more on purpose.
Slow down. Yeah. And then Chief Cantrell, the fire chief, he's phenomenal as well. We've been giving out the vaccine there we were the first to do that, just like we were the first city to open during coronavirus.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Wasn't Colleyville the one that gave the bird to Governor Abbott?
Yeah, we are.
About
I'm
the porch. Was it porches? They were.
Yeah. So Rio Mambo.
Rio
Londoner.
Mambo.
That's where the news channels set up.
Thank God I grew up in Wilhoit's. Literally grew up in a bar because my office for 6 months was Wilhoit's patio. I mean, I'm sure they closed per state protocols, but the patio, whether they were open or not, I was meeting customers and signing invoices and doing
making
work.
a living.
Yeah, so the same way Mayor Newton, who is our current mayor, allowed Rio Mambo and all those places to open first, and we were Freedom City, USA. I mean, it made national news.
Yeah,
right?
It totally did.
Yeah, that also inspired me to run too, because if I'm going to die, let me die fighting. If my business is going to fail, now the people who aren't afraid and want to come out and they're taking safety, they don't have any kind of disease. They're just a random dude that is in pretty good shape, not morbidly obese, etc. Go have a cocktail on the patio, but understand you're fully aware of the risks you're taking. And at that time, we really didn't know, right?
Right. That was early.
But it's your choice. You pay your taxes. You have a choice to stay home. If you are told with no choice, that's a different animal.
So did anything come up from the whole, like I heard the state of Texas was going to sue them for a minute and then, or a bunch of, did anything come up, all that, or is it all still tied up in litigation?
So, again, I was in a fraternity in college and I'm really, really blessed to have some advisors to Governor Abbott mentoring me through this, my first ever political process ever. No, you're good, dude.
COVID
oh God,
here.
please God, help me! Oh God, oh God.
Wear the mask. Wear the mask.
Oh God. No. Anyway,
get the hazmat one.
We have a code red. We have a code red volume 2. No, but
kill you right now.
So some of my fraternity brothers' parents actually are direct medical advisors to Governor Abbott. I'm really, really blessed to have these people as a mentor. They've been state reps before. They go out of their way to use statistical data, look at trends. Governor Abbott makes the best call on those trends.
See, we've been hard on his ass.
We have too. Oh my God. Don't think I haven't seen the meme of somebody taking his wheelchair and throwing it off the side of a mountain. I've seen that meme, dude.
Susie.
You don't think he got caught up a little bit in the political football of all things? And
who doesn't?
True, but
he seemed like
Governor
a
Trump lackey, though, is what happened to me. On the outside looking in of politics.
Once you have it, you don't want to let it go, right?
Right.
Make no mistake. So city council can run 2 terms, and then it's a 2-term deal. I am running 1 time, 3-year term, and I will not rerun. I would not put my worst enemy, what I've been through since February 5th, 2021. I sleep 2 to 4 hours a night. Oil fields popping off. I have 24-hour rigs running right now, which is why I have this out, in case I have to work while we're sitting here talking.
Yeah.
We got Dogecoin, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
we got Dogecoin. I mean, godliness.
Shoot through the roof.
And I have a jiu-jitsu. Me and you possibly both have a jiu-jitsu tournament on June 12th.
Right.
So
I haven't signed up yet.
Okay, well,
it's going to be a minute.
It's fine. I believe. Hey, no one else here. I believe in you.
Thank
you.
Just break your
I
nose
believe in
early.
you
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what everybody tells me, because I've gotten 3rd and 2nd, and then obviously I'm trying to win gold. I believe you should do a tournament at the beginning of your belt, at the end of your belt. I don't know, I'm a 4-stripe white belt, so I don't know shit, but like, you should. I have to do some civil service because I haven't done any military service, and let's be honest, I haven't done a ton of charity. If I'm gonna get,
You're the only person that I've ever heard say that, by the way.
if Professor Greg Hamilton is going from Carlos Machado Jiu Jitsu, shout out, is going to give me a blue belt, I'm going to earn that blue belt. Now, I might go when I step on the mats, though, whether I get first place or last place in that tournament. I think at that point I've earned the right to one day have a blue belt. Maybe
Yeah.
no. Now they say it's what, year and a half to 2.5 years to get a blue belt, but it doesn't matter what they say. I need to earn it. Right.
It's a very personal journey.
It's a very personal journey, and if I don't think I should have it, it's going to make me want to vomit every time I put it on.
Going back to the political stuff, not that I wouldn't sit here and talk jiu-jitsu all night.
Oh my God, all day. I love it.
So what if this, you said that you're going to leave it at your term.
Yep.
Are you saying, what if your political career flourishes?
Okay.
Are you still going to advance that and try to, like, let's say you have a shot at becoming mayor or something, or even though the powers are pretty equivalent.
Sure.
But let's say that that happens, or you get aspirations to become a representative in the Texas, Congress or whatever,
state rep or whatever.
Have you already been like, nope, I'm going to do my time for Colleyville and then be done? Or are you
so I want to
leaving the doors open, or what?
So the oil field has high highs and low lows. We're entering a high since about the week before Halloween. I don't know if you know it, oil went negative last year. So
yes.
Really blessed to have maintained employment.
Made travel fun.
Yeah. So we all took 50% pay cuts, but some of us kept our jobs, right? A lot of us did not. So again, I owe a lot for that, for them choosing, for some reason they chose to keep me on. Really blessed again there. I have a retirement goal of 52 to 55. I'm 39 right now. To hit that goal, now after that, sure, I can probably give something a go again. But I've got to be selfish, so my son's trajectory is a lot different than mine, right? So my 16-year-old parents, when they had me, imagine their kid going to school and graduating one day. I have an image of my son. You can alter a course of action. So with him, if I can somehow, and this again is how our system is all messed up, if I can make it, even if he's not smart enough to go to an Ivy League school, send him to an Ivy, because it won't be what he knows, it'll be who he knows and who his friends are, right? In that Ivy League circle. And then from there, sure, I'm trying to alter the course of his, and I can see it, and we're already there. We just got to take the steps to get there.
Nice. So I take it he's a smart kid.
Yeah. No, he's really
not dumb.
No, he's related to his mother, so thank God.
Is he in jiu-jitsu yet?
Good answer.
Has he ever thought about doing a podcast?
No. No.
Does he like story about gladiators?
I think I'm about to get fired.
No, he soccer. What's it? Soccer, flag football.
Nice.
I don't know. We've done everything but baseball. So, and we haven't started jiu-jitsu yet. I want him, as he's watching jiu-jitsu, I want him to ask me to take him to jiu-jitsu.
Right.
I want him to choose it, because I was friends with so many people that ended up one of them played pro baseball, but in JV baseball, they hated every second of it, right? Like they were out there because their dad wanted them to be out there, and they would throw like a no-hitter and be like, cool, where are we drinking beer after this is over? Yeah, so I want him to choose it.
So do you have, if you get into the city council seat, once you're in there, do you have aspirations of things you want to do in the city of Colleyville? Do you have stuff you want to look at and change up or try to? Yeah,
so I just want to. So right now, about 60, I think it's like 64, 65% of our, 63% of our taxes come from residents, and about 16 come from sales tax. So call it 17 million and 4.2 million, and so the only thing we have more on 26 Colleyville Boulevard besides political signs is vacancy signs or for lease in commercial properties. So if I was going to have an office for my company there, but it's $22,000 cheaper a year to office in Coppell, right? Or Hearst or somewhere like that. So what we would do is if you sign a 2-year lease, the city council or our fund, right, would pay the first 2 months of your lease with a 2-year lease. So they would pay that commercial property owner the first 2 months. What they're going to do is they're going to gas up at Mirage. the gas station. They're gonna eat breakfast at Benny's.
Been there forever.
Absolutely.
Right.
And those dudes are awesome, man. And they're gonna eat breakfast at Benny's. They're gonna eat lunch at Honey Teriyaki or somewhere over there. Dinner at
I'm getting
Stonehouse.
hungry.
I know, dude. I'm starving to
Stonehouse
death,
is
actually.
amazing too.
Dude, Stonehouse is amazing. But so let's hypothetically say my company gives me a T&E card where I entertain customers from all over U.S. land. I fly them in. I pay for them to come to our airport, Uber here. I'm going to entertain them at Stonehouse, right? Money is no option. Whatever they need, they'll absolutely get. That could be dollars spent in Colleyville, but right now it's dollars spent at the shops at Legacy and Plano. It's spent in Sundance Square, Del Frisco's.
But what about, okay, so you said there's a lot of a vacancy on 26.
Yep.
Do you think a lot of that is the shift over to 121?
No. So what that is obviously we had the construction forever. It's taken them forever to
It
do
has
that,
taken them
right?
forever.
And then coronavirus happened, right? And no, it's the businesses that are there are doing much better. We have great sales tax revenue. We just need to fill the spots. I don't care if it's a tech firm, doctor's office, you name it. We just need to fill the spots.
Yeah, nothing devalues stuff quicker than vacancies.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we want to keep low density. Our population is 24,000. Max capacity we can handle is 27. So if you have a 7-acre lot and say your dad passes away, I want you to sell it as a 7-acre lot. I don't want it to be 24 brand new, low density, right? What I need is people to show up Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, spend their money, and then go back to the city they live in.
Is the traffic throughput on 26 back up now that all the
Yeah.
construction's done?
It is. Absolutely.
Because, there for a while,
Yeah,
no
you
one
couldn't
was
get through
driving
there.
26.
Dude, it's bumping again.
It is?
Yeah.
It's a lot better. Now, Glade is a whole nother issue.
Oh, yeah.
Glade
it's a
is
nightmare.
in a weird state of you cannot
And
go
that-
this way.
Yeah.
What, that's your main connection? Or is Cheeksburger the main connection to
Chiefs,
121?
Hall Johnson and
Hall
Glade
Johnson's
Wade.
Glade and Cheeksburger would probably be
Yeah.
the third, but that's how I get the kids to school because
Yeah.
that's
It's
where
Glade.
the school is. Yeah, so
Where-
I have to
Where do your kids go to school?
Bransford.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Mine do too. My son's in 4th.
I got my Danny's in third, and I've got twins in pre-K.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
that's
my
awesome.
grandparents used to live right behind it,
Ooh, sick.
Those were nice over there.
Yeah.
Which one? The one with the
back in Apple Valley,
Yeah.
back up in there.
My Yogi, who we were talking about earlier, he lives on Oak Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right back in there.
Yeah. That was a weird area because you got to
Yeah.
drive and turn and go, and then it just dead ends, but their lot was
Everybody's got
4
an acre.
acres, and
Yeah.
it was huge, and it was great.
Even as much as they've chopped it up, everybody has an acre minimum.
Yeah.
You just got to scrap the house and build a new one in its spot, right?
Yeah. Because those houses have been there for quite a while.
Yeah, but God, those lots are going for good Lord, though. It blows my mind. I mean,
That's when my grandparents got out. They were like,
God bless them. God bless them.
we're going to make some change off this.
Some Dogecoin.
Some
My
Dogecoin.
my
That's that
taxes-
Doge money.
taxes. Doge is going to have to cover those for
Oh,
sure.
Get out of there for Doge.
Yep.
I mean, the houses. One of the houses that just sold in our neighborhood was sold for $680,000.
Good night, man.
There's no.
When are you going to
There's
get out
no
of there?
reason. I don't know when Doge hits 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd love to live there. I've always wanted to live in
It's
Colleyville.
it's the
just-
best
love
place.
it. I
It's
love
the best
Colleyville.
place to live as long as
it's-
you don't dig below the surface.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Once you. Yeah. That's a really good way to put it. It
Well, what do
looks
you mean
real
by
pretty,
that? Like,
pretty unpleasant.
what do you mean?
All the dead bodies of
The-
people.
Is there a lot of dead bodies?
Yeah,
Hypothetically
I
speaking.
think there's
A
lots
lot of Irishmen.
I think there's a lot of old world skeletons that have been passed around through that
Passed.
that area.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
especially in the
So imagine you go up to this beautiful, beautiful mansion, and then you find out there's no indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
Oh, so gutted out, like things that didn't get finished.
It
and-
looks amazing from the outside, though.
Yeah.
But when you get in,
It's
like,
kinda like-
we have a lot of flooding. We have a lot of work to do,
yeah.
but it's not pretty. It's not a horse statue in a roundabout, right?
Right. Yeah, you're not spent. Yeah. It kind of looks
I
like
didn't know that.
It kind of looks like North Korea from the South Korea side.
Yeah.
Like, look at all those great places. Turn the other side, it's just like blazing saddles. There's nothing else on the other. It's all
That
just
is a,
propped up.
that is a
Yeah.
great.
All
But I
propped
will
up
I will
houses.
say that I wouldn't live anywhere else. It's
Yeah.
a reason I live in
Neither would
Colleyville.
I.
Love it. Schools are great. The people are great.
Hollywood.
Collywood, man.
Yeah, I've always loved your neighborhood, Dave. I always thought that was a cool.
Yeah, I
driving
do
over there
too.
when I was a kid.
Those
I was
big
like,
ass lots.
man, your neighborhood's rad.
It's
And I've
tucked in and-
70-something houses. The only thing that we get are some pass-through vehicles that are traveling a little too fast, but that's fine. I'll just throw out some nails. They'll slow down eventually.
I live in Saddlebrook,
Okay, yeah. So,
So-
you live right over by us. I'm in Plymouth Hills.
Oh,
so
dude, yeah,
just
yeah.
like one scoop.
Yeah,
over.
so that was a great thing about the Rona. I mean, nothing was good about the Rona,
Right.
but the one thing that was nice is driveway happy hours.
Yeah,
I can tell you every resident of Saddlebrook
I know
because
lots
at
of folks in Saddlebrook.
3 o'clock on Friday.
So my grandparents lived in Saddlebrook before they moved over to Apple Valley.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so that was a weird thing driving over to their house and it being
Yeah.
like, why is everybody in their driveway?
Yeah.
I
Hanging
like
out,
Dave's neighborhood
doing
because it
stuff.
reminds me of East Texas.
I'll
Because
tell you
there's
right
no
now-
sidewalks and stuff. I like that.
No
man.
sidewalks,
It's all
no lights.
lot of
This
woods.
this would be the
Yeah.
worst bourbon at Friday at 3 o'clock happy hour. Some of
Oh,
the
I believe it.
It's cigars and bourbon,
Yeah.
but it is allocation city, man. There's sometimes
Time to bring out the pappy.
Well, you got
Yeah.
Mirage right around the corner.
That is true.
Mirage has got a whole back room. I'm like, well, my friends that are all bourbon guys,
Yep.
they are,
It does?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
yeah, they have a
Yeah,
whole.
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
Well,
get
I
on
don't
their
come
secret
over there
list.
that often.
you need
but,
to
Yeah.
come every day.
Yeah.
I gotta
okay.
remind me
I need
after
to go to the
show.
secret
I gotta
room.
tell you something
My
about a
friends
secret
drop
group.
stuff immediately when they hear that something comes
Yep.
in, Blanton's or something crazy, and
Yep.
they drop what they're doing. They're like,
Yeah, that's-
how many bottles can we get?
That's why we can drink all this.
I gotta
and
tell
we'll
you
just-
something too about a secret room
Oh no.
that I know about.
I need
That I
I
just
need
found
some of
out
the secret
about.
room hookups
I don't
because
want-
there's stuff I'm looking for that I need.
Say
I'm talking this table over here.
Secret room
Okay.
hookup, isn't that something totally different? than
No,
what
no,
we
no, no,
think
no,
it
no.
is?
I'm
My
talking.
table's getting weak.
I'm not talking about Asian boys or like
No Thai
anything
lady
that's-
boys?
Yeah, no
Okay,
Thai
good.
lady boys.
Weird.
I'm talking about whiskey and bourbon. So
All right, you keep going.
Sorry,
then.
Dave.
That's
So
right.
didn't mean to confuse you.
All right,
I wanna ask you
I'll
one
stop
more-
listening now.
I want to ask you one more thing about this domain thing.
Sure.
Asian lady boy.
Can she be removed, or
So,
can her?
I'll be brutally honest with you. So at every step of the road, I've taken the high road. I'm not spoke ill again. So I'm doing this podcast because I'm obviously a huge
Well, this is
fan.
the lowest of all
I-
low roads.
Well, now see you view that,
Political suicide.
but when I talk to you guys, I know who I'm talking to, right?
Yeah.
You guys aren't one thing in here and something out. The pre-show is the same as the real show, right?
Pretty
Right.
much, yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get
It's the
what you
same with
see.
me. So when I speak, I don't have to have notes or whatever because I've been me for 39 years.
Mhm.
It's just who I am, right? So I assumed by the time we'd have our first forum, and this is my fault for assuming, because I assumed she would resign. She'd go, "Oh my God, I'm on the front page of both the papers." I've not spoke to any other news source, but come here because I want to speak directly on a podcast that isn't, my words wouldn't be twisted. It would be me physically saying it, and it would be documented. I assumed because if one claims their experience as Sunday school teacher, Christian, whatever else, then your actions would speak louder than your words, right? Well, we saw your actions. I assumed you would resign. I would have, if I were in the other incumbent's place, I would have resigned, and everybody would have understood. And you know what? We all make mistakes. But the fact it's not only she's made no statement, nor has her husband. Again, all thoughts are not. Those are Kurt Myers. Those are not Jerry Jones Massacre.
No.
Please don't sue them.
No, but it is.
Oh, we don't have any
I mean,
money, so.
this article
if-
says all their names and
It's,
everything.
yeah.
So.
Again, and I have not spoke to the Fort Worth Star Telegram. They just happen to be the person that got robbed.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just the assailant or whatever it's called.
I just wondered if anybody could
victim.
step in
the victim. Yeah.
and legally be like, well, you
Correct.
did this, so we're going to have to take you off the ballot
But
because of doing this.
But when you've always had your way, I'll just lawyer you up, and I'll get my way.
And that's the thing. If they keep lawyering up,
Correct.
Well, money.
then it just.
But money would never run out.
Yeah.
They would always be
They
able
would
to lawyer
always-
up to
that's
the
the problem.
nth
Well,
degree.
you can
down
also
there.
lawyer up and cause problems with the timing.
Sure.
And just we're lawyered up, and the time comes.
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, no big deal, whatever.
Yeah.
Election's already happened. It's no big deal anymore.
But if the system is made it to where I always get my way, why would you not do their course of action?
That's true.
I mean, her husband isn't stupid. He knew I was an imminent threat. Like, if again you take my resume and her resume and put them side by side, oh my God, he's not dumb. He knows I would crush her.
Right.
But so he's got to immediately go on the offensive by any means necessary.
Well, there's always the great equalizer:
Sure.
diarrhea.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We all suffer from it. We all get it from
Yep.
time to time. That all puts us on the same level playing.
Let's hope all her people get it on May 1st during the election. Sure.
That puts us-
That would be the real scary thing.
Yeah,
Forget the burner calls about your children. Just the promise of getting Montezuma's revenge or the trots on election day, and that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we didn't really shoot the shit. Matt, did you have anything you
No,
ran
man.
through this week?
No, I tried to hang out all weekend, but everybody bounced on me. So
Yeah,
I kind of stayed at the house, and
you would have loved to have been with us.
I just tried to game up on Rocket League. That's my new obsession is Rocket League.
I went and played fake G.I. Joe all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
At a mill sim.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. That thing was ridiculous.
You didn't go?
So
I couldn't. It was my daughter's birthday, so
okay.
I didn't want to disappoint her. Although I did buy her a BB gun for her birthday, so that's her first.
It's a hot topic, buddy.
Pink
Watch
Daisy Red Rider.
So I've kind of talked about this on the show, but fully nerd out here for a second. But thanks to Dave, I've been sucked into this airsoft world to where we
nerd on it all day long.
We nerd out and we go out and we play these games, and it's been a fun.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
A great way to stay in shape. A great way to get comfortable with a firearm.
Yeah.
And a great way to because basically all my airsoft guns are pretty much mimic my real weapons, my real steel weapons. Very, very similar.
Similar in weight and
yeah, they feel exactly the same. So it gets you comfortable with just carrying one around and not be sitting there, at the range.
And you feel like
flipping
you're
with
13,
your safety and
yeah,
like, oh look,
13 again. You feel like you're 13. You can shoot your friends and they can't get mad.
Then you find out how out of shape you are.
Yeah,
and you
immediately.
curse yourself for that.
You'll pull your groin the first day out.
But normally we go out on a weekend where it's just like pub games. Like you just show up at the park and everybody's there and we're playing flag football. That's basically the way.
Like pickup basketball?
Kind of.
When you go up to D14, it's like pickup.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing
you
capture
sit there
the
and
flag
you look, and you see like all these people have a blue piece of tape around their arm. And all these people have a white piece of tape around their arm. And you sit there and you go.
Then you have the birthday kids. Those ones are the poor bastards.
And you sit there and you kind of like,
get lit up
well, which team do I want to be on? Do I want to be on the one with all the badasses or not? And then you go grab that tape.
Do you help the birthday kid?
Oh, yeah.
Or just let him suffer?
No, if you're a birthday kid, you're going to suffer.
Yeah. It depends on who you are. You want to help them out because you want to be an ambassador of the sport because it is a sport. Yeah. And it's also, really good for exercise when you're old and fat and you're just trying to hang on to some semblance. Mm-hmm. That's why I was looking at you.
Like D14 is 40 acres and you play, they have fake cities built, a fake prison built, a fake citadel built.
Yeah, they have trenches.
Cities, trenches.
You're cutting through
wood forts.
Wood.
Then the woods, a creek.
Creeks. And in the meantime...
Do they profess a winner?
You're being hunted.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
but what he did was entirely different than what we normally do on the weekend.
That's what I was getting at. Like, so on the normal weekends, you play a game for an hour and then they stop. And then you take a break. Then you play a game for an hour, you stop. Then you take lunch. And then you play another game for an hour and they stop. Then you play a game and that's the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's basically their hour-long games throughout the day. This was...
Thank you, sir.
We're starting at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. on Saturday. It will end at 6 p.m. Saturday night, resume at 10 a.m. on Sunday and go till 3. There is no stop. So you had to take all your gear, all your stuff to your forward operating base, drop your stuff off. When you needed to rest, you came back there. And you came back on your own. If you needed to reload, you came back there. If you needed drinks, you come back there. But there were objectives. There were stuff you had to do. This was a ticketed event. This wasn't just show up. You can play. It was sold out for months.
How much did it cost?
$100 for the whole weekend.
It's like a weekend of LARPing.
Yeah, but you get all sorts of stuff with it, and you get to be a part of this, and it was fun as hell.
Did anyone show up as a stormtrooper?
No, there is BB Wars.
It has happened.
When they do BB Wars out there, you show up in full Star Wars costumes.
Yeah, I saw.
And you play.
Yeah, I saw like a bridge commander of a Star Destroyer.
Yeah,
once.
And they'll have they'll have people in Fed outfits in Mandalorian.
Does anybody ever show up as Jabba?
No, but if you want to take that role, you slither around.
It'd be an easy target, kind of slow.
So it's fun.
Don't shoot
It's cool. This was like they would do like in the middle of the day. We get radio. They divided us into platoons and then into squads. There were 3 platoons. Each platoon had 4 squads. I think 5 squads. Did you ever get those emails?
I got all of them. They just made me sad because I couldn't play.
So they divided us up, and then they would say, each platoon would be in a certain area of the field. Then they would yell at the platoon, "Hey," the platoon leader, "Hey, radio down to your squad. There's going to be a downed aircraft pilot that shows up on the grid.
You gotta go find him.
You got to go find him. Look for the red smoke. He will probably have resistance force around him."
Good Lord.
Yeah.
What they did was they take a truck and they drop off a mannequin, and inside the bed of this truck is 5 or 6 guys from the opposite team, and they throw them out there too, and they tell them, get set up and get ready. They are to defend the pilot while their force comes to rescue them, but at the same time, we're trying to capture the pilot
Yeah.
because he has intel on him,
Right.
so we have to kill them, and it
There's
turns
medics.
into chaos.
Yeah, there's medics.
medics.
They have to physically drag
I watched
you
Saving
out of-
Private Ryan this weekend.
It
Does
was
that count?
it was
It's
almost
close.
as good.
It's almost
If you're 10 years old and you're out there, it's like that first opening scene from Saving Private Ryan. That's what you feel like.
When they storm, or
Yeah.
when he's at the
Yeah,
graveyard.
When you get lit
Well, it
up,
starts shaking.
No,
No.
you get lit up.
You get like we were in the middle of the city
like
and we get
PTSD.
held down and we're like, we call into our heavy weapons guy. He comes out with his big 249s. Just
Can you call in an F4?
So
you can call
you
in
can.
one airstrike per game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Per
How's
team.
that work?
The ref will come in and say this
Airstrike.
this line is airstrike and everybody in
You
it.
guys are dead.
Is dead.
Dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody's dead.
okay.
You guys got to.
Does he at least set off a firework or something?
Well,
They'll throw out.
thunder
So we
bees
can
or-
throw grenades.
Yeah,
We have grenades on us.
That-
You can throw grenades at people,
Are
and
very-
they explode.
They're very loud.
And they're
they,
loud.
They blow. They blow
Really?
shrapnel everywhere.
They blow BBs
Um,
everywhere.
Yep.
Sounds like a good way to lose an eye.
I'm about to say.
That's what you full eye seal. You have to
Oh,
have
okay.
full eye seal protection.
Yeah, Job is not ready for that.
I don't know if they
No.
make any his size though. That's pretty big.
Dude,
those
it's
giant-
so much
giant
fun.
eyes.
So this weekend,
Oh,
3 of us went and played, and out of our normal squad,
5, 6.
3 of us went and played, and I have been down on it lately because there's a lot of cheaters. There's a lot of people that just there's these kids that think they're playing Call of Duty and they'll just run around nonstop and knife or shoot everybody.
There's
They
no-
won't
there's-
get strategic with it.
Yeah.
They won't take the serious strategic side of it. There's none of that
You
this
just
weekend.
warzone it up, rinse, repeat.
And
This was
they
real.
run like really high pressure air
Where it
rifles
hurts
that are.
the shit out of
It's
you.
really painful, and they overshoot you. Like, you can get overshot. Take a few rounds, it hurts. But when they're standing next to you and they're just going, wing,
Yeah, let's
my
explain
God.
that real quick. Is like before you
the
play,
rate.
you're
the
supposed
fire
to
rate,
go to this chrono and chrono your gun.
'cause you
Well,
can't
and
run
it's
too fast.
it's got to
too
be
hot.
within a certain feet per second.
Okay.
So they'll do that, and then as soon as they leave, they crank the air back
Yeah.
up, and are like, "All right, fuck
Yeah.
you guys."
Cheaters, man.
Wing.
I think I'll just stick to
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
Well, the one
Yeah,
some
me
kid
too.
got punched.
No, some kid got punched.
Uh-oh.
This
This weekend?
no.
2 weeks ago.
This week, that's what
By
we're
a
talking
grown-up?
about. What's
Yeah, by a grown up.
yeah?
Oh,
Punched
no.
him.
This is not a
Damn.
weekend
That's a
pub game.
lawsuit.
Yeah.
This
He's like,
weekend was none of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
This weekend was 100% serious, and now I'm all on this kick that throughout the year, this company that puts these on, they put them on across the country. They have a badass one they do in.
It's like a tour?
They do one in New Mexico
Kind of.
Nice.
at an abandoned military base that's huge, where
Yeah.
they use vehicles and helicopters there.
Wow.
My
Like
gosh.
straight up helicopters.
Straight up helicopters. They have one in Oklahoma
I don't trust a helicopter.
where they use the helicopter. I don't
Sorry,
either.
Josh.
No, I don't. I don't either. Especially,
Especially
who are
if he's
these-
working on it.
Who are
Yeah,
these
violates
yahoos
the-
flying these
exactly.
helicopters at an airsoft event?
Other airsofters.
True.
Not a good.
Other
Not a
dudes
good
in band,
combo.
other
Not
dudes in
good.
bands, huh?
But the
Other
one,
dudes in bands, right?
the
Other people that
one-
actually haven't been in the military. That's the other thing. These people, a big majority of these kids are either in, they may be in ROTC or something like that, but they probably, for the most part, I'd say 75 to 80, 90% of them have never,
it's all just
it's LARPing.
dress up LARPing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
LARPing.
It's adult LARPing.
Yeah.
But the one I want to go do, and Dave, you better not pussy out
No,
on
I
this,
won't. I won't. No.
is in December.
In Ukraine.
They do one. I'd go to that. They do one in Fort Hood at the military at
Oh
the
my
Army's
gosh.
training city
Center. Yeah,
that
What
they
does
have
that
on
cost?
Fort Hood.
That's got to be
it's like
expensive,
$450.
Yeah.
No,
it's
that's
gotta be.
Copperhead's $450.
Copperhead's
You get a free beer at the end of it,
Yeah,
like a
I'd say.
marathon?
You share it with your team.
One beer?
One beer.
One beer. You share
Seven.
with your team.
Because none of
8
your team
people.
can drink
400
yet.
people. Yeah. So yeah,
Might as
I
well.
want to go do that. I want to go down there. You're on Fort Hood using what the Army uses to train for, and that city is ridiculous. There's train tracks.
yeah.
There's
Yep.
I tried to
every
get a
type.
tank.
There's a crash C-130 in there. There's all sorts of stuff in this city for this scenario.
Do they have? Is this also Castle Rock where they're shooting all the White House?
Sir.
No, what'd you send? No, was it you? No? Tim
It's a
sent.
different podcast, man.
Sorry, wrong
Whoa,
pocket. Sorry,
whoa.
that's in a different.
It's an Alex Jones
different.
one.
Wherever
I thought I'm expecting him to come through the door with his shirt all ripped off and.
Bring him in. Bring him in now.
Bring it, Alex.
But it's a fun weekend, and I quickly found out I'm a fat ass and need to lose some weight. So
No,
that
yeah.
will happen.
Welcome.
It's okay, man.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
It's the carrot. It's
that'll
dangled in
happen.
front of you.
It is.
Yep.
It's a fun game, though. I mean,
It
it's
is.
you know, we played last time last time I played was in a hospital.
I'll
rundown
come out
hospital
one of
out
these
in
days.
Mineral Wells. It was all
Well-
beat down, and the weather was all smoky and real dark. It
Oh,
looked like
yeah.
straight up.
You should do it in
Um,
Caddo, like the Caddo Lakes area, the swamp.
And get
Look like
eaten by an
Rambo.
alligator.
Yeah, bunch
Come
of
up out of the water.
bunch of
Yup.
yeah,
Yeah.
coming
Yup.
out of the water with your electronic toy gun. That's not gonna really work.
Yeah, it's
very
not
Have
gonna
well.
y'all ever seen Southern Comfort?
Yes.
The
yeah.
old school movie?
Yeah.
Dude, that would just be like Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of questioning about you
Oh,
and
boy.
why you won't do this with us,
Oh boy.
and
Me?
that you need to come out and do it
Got
with
a
us
bad knee,
one
man.
weekend. Doesn't matter.
We all got bad
We all
knees.
got bad knees.
Got a bad back.
I already had a surgery.
It's okay.
I have a few STDs.
That's
You can
you're in
keep those
close.
if you want them. You don't
He's
have
got
to
a point.
You don't. You don't.
You're not sharing them out there.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, and I kept saying, I was like, I'm afraid Matt would get shot
Immediately.
and lose it.
No. I just lay
And he
down
would
and start
just start
crying.
beating the shit out of
Ask
some
Dave
kid.
for a beer. A beer.
We always sneak.
Do y'all
beers
get to
on there,
take
too.
beers? That's what I was going to ask. Is there
Yeah.
a
Not-
alcohol prohibited or?
Not official. Yes.
Well, at
Okay.
D14, I drink all day long. So
Well, we
You're going to get kicked
we
out.
put in our
No.
camelbacks.
yeah,
Oh, I got you.
yeah. Carry
Yeah.
a camelback full of vodka.
Yeah, there you go.
Seeing to it, you guys.
Oh,
Stay
It was a
still.
blast. It was a blast.
the weekend warrior.
Literally.
So, Kurt, you
Yep.
you said you're a practitioner of jiu-jitsu. How long you been doing it?
Yeah, so November 5th, 2019, Carlos Machado Jiu-Jitsu Mid-Cities opened.
Awesome.
Professor Greg Hamilton moved here from LA where he's a Jean-Jacques Machado black belt.
Mhm.
And then Carlos Machado is actually a
That
former
lineage,
friend.
man.
Yeah.
It's an awesome
It's
lineage.
really blessed. I've gotten to meet Carlos, Master Carlos Machado. Holy crap.
Mhm.
I just said that out loud. Yeah, that's going to hurt later.
You do no
uh,
gi too, or?
I didn't know gi for a while.
Mhm.
And I don't care for it, man. I broke my ribs twice. Now we're super safe, all that good stuff. But I turned again. Like
No gi gets crazy.
yeah, and you get slippery.
different-
You
yeah.
get slippery and it's faster. And
Blow a knee easier.
Like you and I are gonna do Jiu-Jitsu World League on June 12th. Like you
Guess I'm
committed
gonna
to
do
it.
it.
Yeah, I mean you should.
if Doge goes up to $5.
Okay, okay,
I'm
but yeah,
This whole time, I'm still trying to get
Yeah,
on and do
I've-
this.
I've-
I'm not
I've been-
ignoring you guys. I'm really trying to buy this shit.
yep. And then
It's
but
come
yeah,
down just for you.
so
Now it's come back up.
So I'm a 4-stripe white belt at this
Mhm.
point. So yeah, man, I love it. I listen to this podcast and love hearing you talk about it. You can tell it's when you speak about it, your tone changes every time. You can definitely
I
tell.
do. I love it, and I think it's good for everyone mentally.
No, no, no. Don't
And so, what I was going to ask you too
Yeah.
is, I guess the political thing and the jiu-jitsu thing. You
Yep.
see any kind of relevancy in how it's a hard fought battle, and you just kind of it's your own journey, or
Well, I think it's the confidence in what you can and can't do, right?
it is a
So,
confidence
for
builder.
example, you could be
or a demoralizer.
sure. No, absolutely. I mean, I'm 6'5", 255, but someone who's 5'6", 160, they could easily submit
Oh,
me
yeah.
10 times in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And they know it the whole time, and they're calm. I'm moving on them, and they're calm, right? They're positioned before submission.
That's the best guys to roll with.
Absolutely. And especially as a big guy. And no, and so at no point, before this started, I took an assessment of the skills the business acumen I do and do not have. Assess my opponent, and then, yeah, I view it as submitting them 10 times in 5-minute roll.
Yeah. It's like chess. That's what I think
Yep.
it's like. You're always thinking of the move that the other guy's going to make after you make a half-ass educated move. something you've been coached on from
Yep.
day one that you screw up, and you're like, okay, now I got to remember how to get out of this when this guy does this to me, and it's just so that's it's one of those things that you obsess on.
Yep.
Like I told you, I did a inter squad tournament a couple
Absolutely.
of weeks ago, and I've done one before,
Right.
but I was too new. This time around, though, I was like, "Oh man, why'd you do that? Like, why didn't you do this?" And there's so many things like you should have done, and you're taught to do, and you didn't do because you.
Yeah, you're a spaz. White belts
Yeah.
are spazzes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, like when they, like, what do you do when they turtle? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
oh, I don't know. He's just a shell. What do I just keep
Yeah.
touching him, right? Like, but now I try to get someone to turtle, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, like Professor Greg has a whole system that wants someone turtles, and it's doing really well. It's on BJJ Fanatics, and yeah, no, it's
frequent that website.
Yeah, I do. It's 40% off today, actually.
Yeah. That
yeah.
and flow grappling.
Yep,
I love flow grappling.
So yeah, so we're really blessed. We have so many black belts come through there, and again, we started November 5th, 2019.
Yeah.
It's a whole. I mean, we started out with probably 100 people, and I think we're up to 350. And it's a whole white belt crop that's slowly turned into a blue belt crop and beyond or whatever. But we've not had much attrition.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we knock on wood, man. We've had some torn shoulders and whatnot, but we really are taught that our partner's safety is our own. And we've been really blessed. I mean, all what you fear when you roll is that knee pop, right?
Mhm.
Where you hear the pop and like, oh my God, someone blew their ACL.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, I don't think we've had one yet.
See,
So-
we don't do many heel locks or leg locks. Or
We don't
That's. I mean, I'm sure at some point you get to that, but it's
That's that 10th planet shit, though.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that
no
rubber guard
No
and-
offense, but
Oh, Joe Rogan's pissed.
oh no,
So
it's
much for
just
us ever getting
so
on his
I've got
show.
a.
He's in his car driving up
Yeah.
45 or 35 right now.
Yeah, no, all
How
those.
dare you attack 10th Planet?
Yeah. All those 10th planet guys, they all have torn ACLs, torn
Yeah.
up rotator cuffs because they want to, you know what I mean. So
Yeah. So you've been married to one lady, huh? One lucky lady.
14 years, yep. Dating her 16 years, married 14, 10-year-old son.
How's she feel about the whole political aspirations?
Okay. Here's my part to interject some humor into the podcast. So I went cougar hunting and didn't catch and release.
Whoa.
Yeah. So y'all remember Razoo's on Central 183?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife is one of 6 girls, raised by a trucker. Rest in peace, Billy. So 6 girls, no brothers, and so I was on my
Girl
way.
gang.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the Underwoods. And so three of them, we all live in pretty much the same place in Colleyville, and the rest are in Virginia. But
The Underwoods.
yeah, that's their maiden name.
No Sarah involved in this, is there?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
It's Sarah.
Uh-oh.
Making sure.
Y'all Eskimo brothers?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's happening here?
Wait a minute. I knew I recognized you.
Oh.
But yeah, no. My buddy Dane, who there was a Bennigan's right there on 183 in Central. He was the manager there, and Krista, the cancer doctor, who's in. So he was like, "Hey, remember the cancer doctor?" So my buddy's grandpa passed away of cancer. She was the cancer doctor, right? Hey, the cancer doctor has 5 sisters. I'm on my way to a date 2 days before Christmas. I yank the wheel, 183 in Central, get all the way. I'm that guy, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to no call, no show this date. Like, the last sister that walks in the door, I got dibs on. Again, this is a long time
Dibs.
ago. We can't call dibs.
Yeah, that's how we called it.
Now that's
a different
time.
time.
Meyer.com.
Again,
Different time.
like
Not
I have
Jerry
gray
Jonestown.
hair. This
Yeah.
is, I mean, Nixon was president.
This is Girl Gone Wild years,
Yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
pre that,
Yeah.
all of
So-
that stuff.
So, and then last one to walk
VHS.
in. Last one to walk in was the youngest, Kelly Louise. I was 23. She was 30 at the time. And I asked her on a date. She turned me down about 1,500 times in the night. And
It's just one
Yep.
night, man.
yeah.
It's a lot in
Well,
one night,
I was romantic. I was like,
Yeah.
would you like a shot of Jaeger?
That sounds very romantic.
Check yes
Kurt.
or no. And she was like, no, you're a child. I was like, as you can see, I keep my degree in my wallet. Obviously, I'm
You
educated.
pulled out the degree, huh?
No, I'm just kidding. And
That's
no.
never worked for me.
I was like, no, I'm a lot older than I appear, and I've had a lot of relationships, and you're apparently not ready for a real one.
Ooh.
And she was like, oh, okay. She's like, okay, how old do you think I am? Of course, I didn't answer. And so we went to Newport's in Dallas, and then we dated for a long time. and then I literally, this is okay. So kids, there used to be something called just text and phone. There was no other thing on your Nokia, and
Snake.
so yeah,
game.
yeah, you did have Snake, yeah, and Pong, and would you like to be my girlfriend? That was the text I sent her. Like, golly, it had to have been 16 years ago now. Yeah, 16 and a half years ago.
Honest
And-
question.
yeah.
Just straight to the point.
Yeah,
Very, very,
yeah,
very
and
frank.
she was like, "Yes, LOL," and this is probably pre-LOL.
yeah. Oh,
So-
pre-LOL.
Yeah,
So you wrote back like, what?
Awesome.
What the
What
fuck
is
does that mean?
LOL?
I'm not joking.
yeah. You think it's a game?
Think this is some kind of game?
This is a game.
Yeah, but yeah. and
So what happened to the lady that you just dropped off and turned around?
Amy.
She's like
Amy was her name. I'll never forget her name. She was she
No.
was like half Swedish, half something.
Now
Blonde
she
hair.
runs 20th Century Fox Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like,
She's
She's a
She's
Hilton
an
now.
executive, infinitely wealthy. She actually created a currency called Dogecoin. So
Damn you,
no,
Amy.
Yeah, but no, man. So I was really blessed. And we got
y'all have
dinner.
one kid.
one 10-year-old son. So I had a boy, so I won the lottery.
yeah.
Yeah. So stop while I get ahead. So
And we made our twins were the let's try for a boy this time and got spare baby as well. But that spare baby is awesome. She's like completely feral. She can raise herself.
Right.
She don't need to worry about her. She doesn't listen to a word I say, and I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
You know, hey Charlie, you need to put that. Put
Dad,
the,
you're stupid.
put the saw down.
Yeah.
She's like,
So I've got a whole nother set of problems now. My
boy.
oldest texted me yesterday saying she just got her first job.
Ugh.
And I was like, oh, okay, a whole nother set of weirdos now. And
start telling her to pay back her
I should.
her freeloader
Should.
debt.
So my $30 that I give her to clean the apartment, I don't have to do that anymore, right?
You give her $30 to clean her apartment. How dirty is your apartment?
Bad.
Gross.
Bad. But
You have
anyway,
to touch
yeah,
your socks.
I don't like that. For some reason, I don't like that my oldest daughter is. I really hate that they're driving. They're starting to drive and stuff.
Oh my God.
But because I remember all the creepos that I used to work with when I had high school jobs.
You look at
and
one in the
stuff.
mirror every morning.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
woke up.
Exactly. So now I've got to worry about this whole new group of weirdos and stuff. So I'm not looking forward to this at all.
No. Well,
Do they know
Now
you're
you-
in
And it's-
jujitsu?
No, they're going to. Though.
Okay.
What are you
Like,
gonna
I'm
do
gonna
when-
go up there with the whole crew and be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, let's get lunch here."
What are you gonna
So-
do when she
Dates a
Call-
jiu-jitsu guy. I'm gonna
no
run.
when she calls you? It's like,
I'm gonna hide.
Dad, my boss hit on me today.
I'm sure it's already happened because the way these guys are these days.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I wanted to take a side trip real quick. So I work in the service industry, and this is weird. Well, I mean, kind
That's
of.
considered the service industry.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm giving.
Yeah.
I'm distributing to bars and
Oh,
restaurants,
speaking
right?
of which, hand me one of those you brought.
So
I need to taste it.
I wanted to ask. You guys might know this too. If y'all might be seeing this in Colleyville some, but the service industry cannot hire anyone. They're like and it's every chain restaurant, it's every mom and pop bar, it's everyone, and no one like. I had an account this week that said they did a hiring kind of fair,
Mhm.
a job fair, which I haven't even heard of restaurants doing this, but they did. They put a bunch of banners up. They advertised on social media. They did some commercials on radio and everything. They had one person apply. And that is the same story I'm getting from like every single one of my accounts. They can't get anyone. And then when they do get someone, they're out within like 2 weeks. And they're saying how everybody coming back from COVID has been harder on them
Mhm.
than when we went into COVID because of everyone thinks it's because of the stimulus checks. They think it's because of the
But a stimulus
the-
check isn't
the
going to last you that
unemployment.
long.
No, but the comfort of laziness does.
that's
Oh.
yeah.
So my
Everyone
buddy-
wants to be influencers.
That's why.
while they're
That's why. Like
collecting a check.
you look in L.A. and the teachers unions aren't going back. They don't want to work. They just don't want to fucking work.
They don't have to.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
They don't have to. There's no reason. There's no stipend.
So my buddy has 7 restaurants here locally, and my family has a produce company. So
Mhm.
we deliver to restaurants, which is woman owned. My mother owns that company. It's a woman owned company.
And that's Jerry Jones
Yep,
Style Massacre.
that is. Yep.
gmail.com.
And for every 30 scheduled phone, like, hey, I would like to come in Tuesday at 1 p.m. to interview. Absolutely. for every 30, one shows up. And then
Really?
they don't even interview them and go, you're hired.
That's the
Can you
same
start?
story I'm hearing,
Yep,
man.
yep. So my buddy Todd, my buddy Curtis, and these aren't just like mom and pops. So Curtis has a chain. He probably has Texas, Louisiana. I'm probably butchering that. So call it 90 stores.
Mhm.
And I think they have 70% ability to hire.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're running on a skeleton crew. For example, they're not open 2 days a week because they don't have the staff.
Yeah,
to be open.
I have a few accounts that are opening later. They're
Correct.
opening. They're shortening their work week, and it's chains.
Yep.
It's the change, which is scary. It's
Yep.
it's
your
insane.
Cheddars of the world, your
Mhm.
Red Robins of the world. I mean,
the Royal Red Robin.
yeah, and yeah, no, they literally have to limit hours of being open because they don't have and they'll have. So for example, and they're not firing everybody. Say you no call, no show because you're hungover.
Mhm.
Cool, man, just show up tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
I mean, there's
you
no
get a
such thing as
long
getting
leash.
dude.
Like I'd be great in this field if I was young. So that's the thing too.
Eh,
What are
Are
we
you a
drinking?
fan?
What is that?
well, Matt brought these over. I haven't had one yet. It's
Okay.
Revolvers Over Yonder.
Okay, I've not had that.
It's their black
You want one?
lager. Would
I
you
can
like
get you
one?
one.
Yeah,
if you
do y'all have the Untapped app where y'all track your beers?
I
Sometimes.
did, but I
Okay.
Sometimes I
It was-
use it.
I
I
was
have
drinking
It was
way
called
too
it was
much.
called the Flying Saucer when they closed. I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
stop
yeah.
tracking.
and it was
it.
all
Is it
the,
really related to them?
the dishes on the
Yeah.
wall.
I
Thank you,
got
sir.
I got something
Oh,
like
look, a koozie.
80 something
There
beers
you go.
log. You can only do 3 a day.
Oh, yeah, let me have one of those.
You had that done in like 20 minutes.
Well, yeah,
you,
you're
sir.
gonna do 3 a day, and then
You're like,
you'd
okay.
stick around after your first 3, which were like an hour and a half of drinking. You're sticking around and you had
So the problem with
15 or
this
20 others.
is
You
A,
overloaded the app, just bogged it down. Like,
still have
we
my
gotta kick him
card.
out, man.
I still have my UFO card. It has a prayer on the back. For,
Yeah.
Our
For a
Father.
ride
Yeah,
home.
for a prayer for a ride home. At the end, please do not pull me over.
So the
Amen.
problem I have with this is it's a black lager that's at 4.8%.
Mhm.
Fail.
It needs to be higher.
It needs to be way higher.
6, 7, or above.
Yeah, it
All
needs to
day.
be higher.
Yeah.
And it tastes odd. It does taste odd because the ABV is too low. I'm going out
That
on
might
that
be
limb.
it. That
Yeah.
might be it.
It needs to be more brutal. It just doesn't taste
Needs to be
right
more,
to me.
more brutal.
More brutal. Yeah.
All right, I
Eat
want
it.
I want to go down a path here.
All right.
We got a request to talk about this on this show,
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Never.
and you brought it up
Oh.
before
okay.
we started the show.
Okay.
And you seem to be knowledgeable on the subject because this week a whole bunch of shit has come out about NFTs. Now,
Bless you.
this
Thank
is
you,
the new
COVID.
trendy thing that's happening in the tech and digital world.
Okay.
NFTs are the non-fungible
Tokens. Yep.
Do you know what this is, Matt? Do you
yeah,
know what an
yeah,
NFT
yeah.
is?
We've talked about
Like
it on the
NBA
show a
Top
couple
Shot.
times. Yeah.
So we talked about the Top Shot stuff,
Yep.
but now it's getting to the point to where people are selling tweets, people are selling their GIFs. You can go. I'm going to throw this up on the screen. One of the big places you can go to is OpenSea.io to buy these NFTs, and you can buy this right now.
Yep.
This this
game.
GIF that's been around forever. It's a GIF meme. It's the rainbow cat that looks like it's part Pop-Tart body. Rainbow cat. It's been a GIF that's been around forever. Well, now you can go in here and buy it, and you can own it. Now you correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
You own the property of it, but you don't own the copyright of it.
Correct. It's not so like when Michael Jackson bought the Beatles
Yeah.
music total library catalog. It's different than that.
Okay. So when you buy something, you own the item, but you don't own the copyright on the item.
So you can't make money off of T-shirts that you produce with that
Well,
You
image.
can.
You can't.
Uh-oh.
So remember
There's
when
a twist.
Remember a few years ago when Wu-Tang put that record out?
Wu-Tang.
There was one copy
It's
of
for the
it.
children. It's
Okay.
for the children.
Yeah, it's for the children. There was one copy of it.
Yeah. and
Someone could buy it.
You know who bought it?
Who?
That Martin Schechner guy, the Scheckler guy.
That's right.
The
He did
guy
buy
who
it.
jacked up diabetes medication
diabetes
or whatever
medication.
for like 500,000% or whatever it was. A fucking jerk.
So there's the
He
one
rots in
record.
jail.
There's the one copy of the record. He was the only one that could listen to it under their law.
Correct.
He couldn't make copies of it. He couldn't distribute it. He couldn't sell it. We're kind of going down that path.
Wait.
But
Can I finish a little part of that?
Go for it.
Do you know that there's a clause in that Wu-Tang, they have one attempt to steal it back, to steal the physical copy of it back. It
With a
has to
I didn't
payoff?
stay-
know that.
With a
Yeah.
payoff, or it just goes
No.
back to them.
It goes back to them. They can go in and
Say,
they
"We
can
want
they
that."
can pull a heist. They have a one heist clause in that.
What
I
kind of shit
swear
is
to
that?
God. Because
That's kind of badass.
that's how Wu-Tang roll.
Imagine
gonna get their
Wu-Tang
shit
rolling
back.
in, mask, shotguns, and being like, "Give
Could
me
be-
a fucking record.
give us
Let's
our record."
go."
I don't believe that murder's involved in it, but you know
They haven't killed anyone yet,
hope
but
not.
they can threaten.
They're
right?
gonna get their album back.
So here's what cracks me up: is like this GIF. If you wanted to buy it and own the digital version of it,
Sure.
your own, this cat rainbow thing, it's $6,651 to purchase.
But there's only one.
But there's only one. So going back to the Wu-Tang thing, it's kind of like that. There's that one record.
Yep.
You've paid for it. You've got it. You own it. But the thing from what I understand with NFTs, they're in the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know anything about blockchain, which is what we're talking about with this cryptocurrency that we're changing, the Dodge,
Absolutely.
the
Dogecoin.
Ethereum, and of
Ethereum,
course,
yeah.
Ethereum.
We're moving again. We're going up, by the way.
We
almost,
are.
almost back.
We
all
dropped
this,
a little
all
bit
this is
there like 15
blockchain
minutes ago.
technology. So it's locked into a certain amount. There can only be so many.
Gotcha.
Sure.
These, the ownership of these items are going to be in blockchain. So it belongs to you.
Mhm.
You can then trade it, sell it,
Mm-hmm.
do whatever you want to with it. You can print it out. You can print shirts with that on it.
Yeah, but that means somebody would want to want it. They need to have it. Part of capitalism is having a
Supply and demand.
somebody
That's
to buy
Right.
it.
the problem I'm coming across is the supply and demand. Now the NBA
Sport
Top
ones,
Shot.
yeah,
Right.
the Top
which is
Shot.
what me and my buddies are into.
That's the one where you get the package of
get the
them, and
packs of
there
3.
could be $1 million card, but there
so
could.
what you
very
need
well be
is
shit.
a Luka Doncic layup, a Luka Doncic assist, a Luka Doncic pass. Michael Jordan just recently came involved with it, and so what you want is if you could get the Michael Jordan moment in time where he dunks from the half,
Yeah,
like
The poster.
the free throw line.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had the poster.
I'm gonna say it starts at $5 million, probably.
And that's what's weird is there
But you own
is
that time.
there is a market for that. People do want that.
Sure.
These weird gifts and shit, I don't understand.
That's like
Who
Well,
wants
it's like I
that?
was talking about.
They're hedging their bets on
buy.
it, probably.
I would buy the NFT of this episode. I would buy the moment in time where we.
There we go,
we finished
Dustin. We can
the
make a
bottle.
bunch of money.
Yeah. But you guys would own.
We own the
The J-
copyright,
You own the copyright and the
JJGM.
Jerry Johnson, and it's y'all's podcast.
but you own the instance.
But I would own the moment.
Yeah,
Man,
you
that
own
would
the
suck.
moment.
Yeah, and
We
I
still
could,
work
I
our
could,
9 to 5s, and someone that comes in here just gets
They just bought your moment.
bought our moment.
That's my moment.
Well, see, here's
Yep.
the thing that killed me is that
That's like quantum financing. It doesn't. It's
Yeah.
weird.
But
this came
people-
up
Yep. go
today is that this Megadeth right here, this 6-second clip,
ahead. Okay.
which is
Hello, me.
the Megadeth logo.
Meet the real me.
That's what it should have behind it.
Yeah.
The Megadeth logo with the skull just spinning. They're both spinning opposite directions.
Okay.
This was an NFT. This
Just one time,
6-second clip
one spin.
was an NFT, and it sold
Just
for
like the
$18,000.
Wow.
Damn.
That digital image right there.
Was that
sold
something
for
they used at
$18,000.
concerts or something?
So,
or
When Dave Mustaine got woke up on the floor and kicked out and put on a bus out of
with a
Metallica,
ham sandwich.
with a ham sandwich,
Yeah.
did he think he would sell this for $18K?
he was just pissed at Lars.
Yeah, he was too
He was
pissed
like,
at Lars to
"Fuck."
see anything. He broke all of his tennis rackets.
Yeah.
Called his parents a bunch of bad
Yeah,
names.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't know, it's
weird
really
that,
crazy.
Like they got in on it. The Kings of Leon, they released their album
Correct.
through NFT, which was a
Correct.
cool thing. Everybody got the album.
Except the album sucked.
Cool.
Everybody got the album, but there was when you bought the
Hot sports
NFT,
spending.
there were
Trash.
things added to it, to certain
Yep.
drops of the NFT.
Sure.
Where some lucky person got, front row tickets for life to any show, every show.
I wonder what band
That they
we've
wanted
pooped
to.
on
Yeah,
the
but this
most.
is like seeing this as a frivolous waste of money.
But if
I
if
can't
fiat
get my head wrapped around it.
currency isn't backed by gold, then what's the difference between this?
What are you ever going to do with that Megadeth logo?
Okay, so we have because we can. The average person can't buy property. The average person can't buy whatever. They can own something. If you're going to live in a virtual world in the future, go with
Mm.
me. Go with me, folks. So if you're going to live in the virtual world, okay, hypothetically, I may have a friend who already has a home in a 3D virtual world where,
It's called Second Life.
yes,
Minecraft.
so he's already bought his house in 4 acres for it's above $5,000, but he has a home and he has a garden and he tends to it. But so have y'all seen what's that? Oh,
Wait, okay.
What's the movie that just came out? Ready Player One,
Yeah.
where everybody lives on that. It's that, but imagine a world where you live in there. But he literally has an address with a mailbox.
I think I saw something a
world.
while back where
And he bought it. And
there
he's
was
building it, and
they're
renovating.
they're starting to develop technology where
Then
you
what
do
with
work,
it?
where you do your work from your house,
right?
like factory.
Is this a reading center for ants?
Industrial work where you make the movements and stuff, but it's a robot doing it on the other end.
Correct.
And you're sitting there, you're still getting paid. Like they're trying to develop the
They
technology.
do that in Japan already.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, with
They'll-
factory workers and stuff.
That's a
yeah.
redundancy that they'll do without unless somebody's making money off of.
Because
Yeah,
why?
making money.
Because why pay the
That
why
seems
pay
to
the
be-
guy at home when you just pay
Right.
robots?
It's a
Well, think about
redundancy
this.
Put money
So
into
the oil
robots.
field, right?
Somebody
so
will blame
it's-
when you fuck it up.
Yeah,
I'm
So
getting
true.
like
He gets fired.
I'm
The
getting-
robot doesn't.
The robot stays.
Dave and I just went through a thing together over here while
Menopause.
y'all were talking, called menopause.
Mhm.
But no, we just went through a thing to where both of us just looked at each other like, why?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Why?
What do you do with it?
What do you do with it?
How-
Why are we going to need this? Why is your buddy?
After the big
because
mushroom
it's-
party,
it's-
man.
That world,
We're
will
not gonna
f-
be able to
That
leave.
world is finite.
But why? Will he ever go there?
Yeah, when he puts on the headset and all.
Well,
that
see,
stuff.
But that's
That's
it.
what I was going to ask you too.
But he'll
Could
live in
he
the
develop
he'll live in
that?
he'll live in the Colleyville
So-
over there.
But my son goes
My
in
question
here
is
and
this.
puts on a headset and plays Minecraft
sure,
in his own little world.
sure.
So my
He's never going
But
to
what if-
live
what-
there or be there.
But what
and
if
everything.
he can have a whole nother second life
all right.
from that house?
So here's my question: when you brought that up about your buddy,
Yeah.
with
That's
the
any
house,
video game.
is can he give that to an engineer and architect later on and say, "Here's the plans. Now I have the money to build the actual house," and they just kind of transfer the plans over to him and he
Yes.
builds it.
Absolutely.
That
See,
makes
that's
sense.
where it makes sense.
That makes
Absolutely.
sense.
And someone
That
can
works.
buy that 4-acre spot from him.
But I can walk into my living room and go, you know what? Right now, I'm going to be a Formula One driver.
Mhm.
Let me put on Forza. Or, you know what? Right now, I'm going to go fight the trenches of
Normandy.
But-
Normandy. Let me put in Call of Duty. Or let
But
me
what
put
if you
in-
want to live in Earth A? I'm just going to call it Earth A because I don't know the real name of this
But
world.
you're not really living there.
But only so many people will be able to. And
But
you want
you
to
still
go there.
have to come back
Man,
to
this-
real Earth
This
when
sounds
you
like
take the
reptilian
stuff
to
off.
me.
When you take
Reptilian
all,
alert.
when you
But
take
have I-
off the VR, or
but-
you take off you
but
turn
we,
off the video game.
But we vacation there every year. So you'll get an Airbnb to a virtual place
Oh my
of
gosh.
Earth
But then you can
So you
virtual
just
A.
stay-
But you'll
Airbnb
rent it from you'll
anywhere.
rent that house from my buddy for a week and
It's
be
all
there
ones
for a
and
week.
zeros. I can make.
I'm just trying to
It's
think
absolutely
of how we
binary,
can link
yeah.
this to porn.
That's the problem with this. That's the problem I think I have
Sure.
with NFT.
How
Is it's
can
still all ones and
You got it.
zeros.
Yep.
That guy bought the Megadeth logo, but I can drag it off the desktop here, and I'll have the GIF.
So here's how I
I
know.
can't do anything with it
So what
to make money, but I can still enjoy it as much as he does.
what I tell said buddy is here's how I know I'm so simple that I'll die happy. Is I still get excited when there's a fish on my line. I have a land
Oh,
in
yeah.
Corsicana.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, I
near
love
Richland
fishing.
Chamber. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still get excited when I catch a manual fish and reel it in or whatever. And my son has one of those Oculus thingies.
That's what my son has.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
And
goes fishing all over the world.
yeah. He'll warm up on Thursday and Friday to go fishing on Saturday. That's when it clicks for me. It's like, oh my god, like he's pre-gaming.
But you're also in a world where you're not putting the real bait on there. You're
Sure.
not. You're
Sure.
just tossing out to a fish to an area that you see
Sure.
ripples.
But you get the
to
same
catch a
effect.
fish. You
That's
get the same
pull.
effect
That's like
as
the-
far as pulling. but
trucker
There's a lot more
simulator
to it than
Yeah.
where you
just.
sit in traffic.
Sit in the
In
lot
traffic.
waiting for lot lizards.
I don't know if
Yes.
they have that in the trucker
I mean,
simulator.
They have to. If they don't,
But
then
it did
that's-
blow my mind. He's already gotten
You
two
pull into
two
Love's.
offers for that 4-acre lot though. Like it's already tripled in
out by
value.
Alliance.
like somebody people want to buy
Yeah,
this
'cause there's-
virtual world.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can put your house on the market and then see what you would get, and then if you don't want like the price, you can. Pull
So
it down.
is there virtual real estate agents then?
No, it's kind of like free range. It's almost the same as if I want to sell
The
an open
NFTs.
path.
I'm gonna become an NFT real estate agent.
dude.
That's what I would
Make
do.
millions
Absolutely.
of Doge.
Absolutely.
So here's where my brain broke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It happened way long time ago.
No, it
now.
happened 8 hours ago because this came down this morning. One of the inspirations to get this show started, Kevin Smith announced that he's starting a crypto studio to where he will be making movies and shorts and TV shows that are sold through cryptocurrency or through NFT.
Okay.
There will be NFT. His movie that he's been talking about making called Kilroy Was Here
Sticks.
is that he is going
he
to
Sticks fan?
release it as NFT. And whoever purchases that NFT,
Is Kilroy?
gets to decide what happens to the movie.
Interactive
But he'll still own the movie,
filmmaking,
right?
huh?
He owns the copyright to
Okay.
everything in the movie. But then this is what it says, okay? It says here, whoever buys it could choose to monetize it traditionally or simply own a film that nobody ever sees but them.
Right.
What the heck, man?
I would pull a Banksy and I'd burn it.
And just shred it.
Yeah, sell it to somebody, and part of the art is where it gets
So
totally
that's-
erased.
When we get our Grammy, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna throw
Burn
it
it.
down on the ground
Yeah.
when I
But
get it.
this-
and
Good idea.
This
"Screw
breaks
this."
my
I'm
brain.
gonna pee into
Okay.
it and just hold it.
Dave,
That'll get censored.
Matt, we've been in bands. We've worked hard to make records.
Yeah.
What if that was the way? We just NFT the entire record to someone, and someone's like, "This is fucking shit. It's never gonna hear the light of day." We've just spent a lot of money on making this record. We spent a lot of time, put passion, sweat, everything in it, and then
yeah, the
some
possibilities
just
are
like,
endless here.
Like I'm not
Or-
gonna let the world hear this at all.
as a to protect the world.
Yeah, to protect
well,
the
I
world.
can-
Dude, I've thought
I can
about that a
understand
lot. If you could prevent a band from making another song, I'd be in.
Like
I'd
Axl
throw in on that
Rose.
NFT.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I'd, be
like,
I'd give all my Doge to keep from an
there you go.
Like the jet noise.
that's
like
what you're missing.
5-finger death punch. It'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll pay you to stop making music.
You can monetize cancel culture through NFT.
You really
by
could.
Not,
Good.
Yeah.
Just cancel
by
it
shutting
yourself.
them down. I would cancel myself in a heartbeat.
Man, we're a think
Be a
tank
great
in
thing.
here, man.
No,
Why
what
are we
if
not millionaires?
ACO? Every comment she
I'll pay
makes
you to-
publicly has to go through NFT, and someone,
Oh.
a third party, can select if
I
her
thought you
soundbite
said
gets out or not.
ACL, and I was like, how could you pay
No.
for a band
He meant-
not to play? You're
he
like,
meant-
no, you're not going to play.
He meant AOC.
AOC, sorry.
I'd like Biden.
I've had a
like
lot of-
Biden
some
meant the
blatant-
AFT.
Still hot.
Yeah.
The other day. Did y'all hear
AOC.
I
Every
still think she's
comment
hot.
she makes
Still
has
hot.
to go through
She's
NFT, and you
crazy
get to
hot.
select what she
I like her.
says
She's hot.
and what she doesn't say. That shit about the post office, we could have just done all that out of the way.
that? Mm.
It's crazy, man.
Again, I'm buying this whole episode on
Yeah, this is- yeah.
I don't know
This
how
is
to say that
probably-
again.
Just give me enough
Yeah.
money to retire.
Yeah. Well, you set the
And I'll be
market,
good,
right?
so.
And then someone.
Yeah, we
will-
set the market.
Yeah. it's
Yep.
up
It
to
becomes
you.
a bidding war. Like all NFT is a bidding war, right?
Correct.
But
Yeah.
Everything's a
we're just
big
going to bid against ourselves. We're going to have some dummy.
I don't
dumb
have that
enough
much
to-
Doge.
Well, you have a demand already.
Yeah.
I've already said I'm buying.
Oh,
it.
so we got
He's got the
one.
demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
If-
just create the supply.
We just drive it up.
There's a lot of things that are going to be solved in the world simply by this show. I can.
I
already
think
feel
so
it.
too.
I can already feel it.
There's
good,
already been a lot of
good
things
things.
solved.
Absolutely.
good things. We've got
So-
more people interested in airsoft.
It's fucking like this whole thing's weird.
It's out of control.
And we're gonna get to a point like I wonder how long this fad's gonna last to where everybody's like, yeah, let's move on.
Let's just get back to reality.
Yeah.
When
This is now the Microsoft Zoom.
I'm
of
gonna go.
everything. Let's move
Check this
on.
out, guys. I'm gonna go real fishing. What? Everybody's gonna
When?
be like, "What are you talking
they're
about?"
gonna
man?
look down on you.
They're like, "You're really gonna go fishing?"
Yeah.
We go real fishing every Sunday. You can come with us.
Well, I was just playing
What if I
theater of
could
the
just?
mind, dude.
What if I could just get the 3-year NFT of City Council Place 6 in Colleyville versus
There
having to
you
go
go.
through the election
Oh,
and the whole.
man.
I would just get to
Virtual
live. I'd
government.
get to live those 3 years.
You'd be
Yeah.
able to do
And in
that.
my brain, I had done my service
You have.
on Earth A.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't let this show air in Silicon Valley. There's too much good stuff going down
Yeah.
that could change the
Well,
world.
I'm
I
going to buy
don't-
this show again.
I don't understand, and I don't understand how
Once
he's.
you guys understand that he is buying,
I
the
don't
show.
know how to make this.
We
we
more
just let
clear.
the wolf in the what do you call it? The hen's
wolf
den or
in the hen's
whatever.
house, the
Yeah,
wolf in the
hen's
hen
house.
house.
So in the whole Kevin Smith world of this NFT, is he's giving out coins, kind of like he's
Sure.
giving out packs, kind of like the
Yep.
NBA is.
Yep.
And in these packs, you get different things from the Kevin Smith world,
Mhm.
the Jane and Silent Bob world.
You could change
It can be
Clerks,
art.
the ending.
It can be little clips. It can be a walk on roll
Can you get
into
the black
Clerks
and white,
3.
them standing up against a brick wall?
Yeah, you
I
can
bet
get
you
all sorts
could.
of like
Bet you
he's
could.
he's putting all this stuff out
Could
there.
you
where
get one of
get
his
certain things.
liposuction surgeries?
The way I equate this is
By a heart attack.
by a heart attack. You get a heart
One of-
attack, lose some
I
weight.
own that.
I just
one
want the
heart
Kevin
attack.
Smith where he gets ejected from the plane.
Yeah.
He gets asked to leave the plane.
Yeah.
That's the NFT.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
The Southwest.
Yeah.
The place and time.
But I guess it kind of clicks like the when you would go buy a special edition DVD at one time, it'd be like you get 2 frames of Star Wars.
Yep.
You buy the Star Wars edition, and you get 2 frames of the
Yep.
original,
Oh,
40
yeah,
millimeter.
yeah.
I have that for
film.
Blade Runner. Yeah.
Maybe it's the same thing.
Yeah, but that's tangible though.
But that's it's
that's
physical.
something that you can put
Well,
your hand on.
Okay, but what did you ever do with it?
Let
I-
it collect dust.
I
in
just
your
had a moment in
closet.
time.
You have a moment in
I
time.
have
That's
a moment
it.
in time.
And
yeah.
that's what this is going to be, right? In the long run.
Sounds like Jim Nance, the
Value-
Masters.
yeah.
A moment in time.
Value is put on it by the person that owns it, because it may mean like that. If you own that moment in time, it may mean more to you than anyone else. So
Yep.
you're at the mercy of somebody else's interpretation of what that. If we're talking about specifically a moment,
So hackers now, instead of trying to bust into people's bank accounts and everything and steal information, it's going to be trying to steal their virtual equity,
virtual life.
Their NFT. They're trying to
their
break their
NFT
blockchain
equities.
code.
Yeah, trying to steal their shit,
And what
their
if
virtual stuff.
let's go to the moon. What if I was hyper wealthy and I asked each one of you what the greatest moment of joy in your life was?
And you bought it.
And I bought each of your greatest
It'd
joys.
be a lot of masturbation.
And I
The first time I ever came.
okay.
Gross.
So I buy each
You asked
one
that
of
in the wrong room.
Yes.
So
That's the wrong podcast to
So
ask that.
because I collect joy.
Two chicks, man.
Because I collect
Oh, he's a
joy.
collector of joy.
With your true answer being that
Wow, what
moment.
a movie idea.
I just bought everyone's joy, and I go instead of having Blanton's and Elijah Craig barrel proof, I have 50 people's joy
So
on the
Michael,
wall.
okay,
Wow.
so hold on.
Crazy,
Does
man.
that mean? Would that mean that
It's
it
like
would?
that indecent proposal, except it's
Hold
about
on.
virtual reality.
I think I'm onto something here.
Yep.
Would that mean that moment, that memory, is now gone from my brain?
This is Black Mirror
You still
now.
own it,
I still.
but I have it.
This is Black Mirror now.
I have a collection of 50 people's joy. So imagine you were all everybody on the Jerry Jonestown massacre. I have all their joy, and then I have all their saddest moments, and then I have
you'd be
all their worst
underwhelmed
nightmares.
on the joy.
And then, but I have a collection of each one of their highest highs and lowest lows.
But
Wow, that's
But that's what I
crazy.
collect,
Huh.
and that is my demand, and you create the supply.
But you'd have to have some way for somebody else to experience that for them to say, "Man, I wish I had that."
Yep.
So you'd have to have something
Like a video
audible
clip or something.
video or
Right.
something
Yeah,
tangible.
there would
Someone
be
would have to-
that moment, like that
Yeah.
Megadeth skull
Okay.
or whatever. Yeah, or
Got
or a Luka Doncic layup.
Yeah.
But you would have in your mental image, which through Neuralink we would produce on the screen. So we would have that 30-second clip.
Neuralink. Is
Yeah.
that the?
That's
Yeah,
the pig and
Elon Musk.
the monkey that plays
Yeah.
ping pong. Yeah. So we would have that clip on the screen, and then this is where Dustin he's about to become a man right here on the screen for
First
30
time I
seconds.
came, guys.
Yeah, and it's actually only a 22-second clip. It's not a 30-second clip.
It's not a
You
full
got
30
ripped off,
seconds.
Yeah,
ripped
yeah.
off.
It's a
8
variations
seconds.
magazine
But make no
out in the
mistake,
woods.
he has it,
8-second wipe up.
but I own it,
Yeah.
and I could watch it and pull it up every time, and I could just
Well,
see.
you know, you joke about this, but
Mhm.
porn is on the forefront of like this.
NFT.
Oh, is it really?
That's what Dave and I were just saying.
No,
Like,
pretty
there's
much.
Gotta be a.
There is, and like porn is on everything that has to do with technology.
Sure.
They're always in the forefront of everything.
Sure.
But they are certain scenes and certain moments of certain scenes are available for NFT right now
Okay.
to purchase, and you own it. No one else does.
Yeah.
No one else will see it, which is kind of like, you go
Unless somebody bootlegs it.
to bootlegs it or puts it on like RedTube or something. But you
Right.
go to RedTube and there's all these clips.
Yep.
Stuff
5-10
that
minute clips that 50,000 people have seen. Well, now you have your own clip of this porn scene that you're the only one seeing.
Hmm.
That's kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
OnlyFans is going to jump on this for sure.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, a lot of OnlyFans stuff can get sent directly to you anyway,
True.
and it's just yours.
Oh, that's what I've heard.
I mean, I've had sent. Never mind.
I mean,
I
that's
wanted
what happens
to-
in my.
I mean, I don't know
Okay.
from experience.
I tell you
but-
what though. Let's go even further. Black Mirror. So my here's where it gets. We just take it to the next level, right? So we go to funerals. We miss people that are gone. We were talking about someone who passed earlier or whatever. If I could go back and watch Cal Ripken play baseball with my grandfather at Camden Yards, and my grandfather lived in Middleburg in Virginia. If I could go to that moment where I'm 14
Yeah.
and we're watching baseball together, and he bought me a Cal Ripken jersey, and
Black
then Cal
Mirror.
Ripken hits a home run, I would play that 30-second clip every night before I went to bed. And
that
I would
makes
see how my
sense.
grandpa looked at me, right?
Yeah. If
I
you
would-
had full 360 view of whatever
Yep.
angle you wanted
And I
to
would
see of everything,
Feel
and
that emotion.
Which the
again.
sports leagues are already working on that. They did that
Yeah.
with COVID lockdowns. Remember, they were doing the where you could go VR and look at your people around you sitting in the stands and
stands,
stuff.
So the sale of the event benefits the owner of that.
Yep.
The video and
Yep.
and so it may mean something to you that has
Zero.
no
but
mono-
the,
and
but the
no way to
Orioles
put- no way
Orioles
to
could
put-
sell that to me.
zzz, 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 zzz.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
where things start breaking in my head.
But I
like,
might
are
pay.
you really
It's like,
fucking
don't
but
you
I
doing
already
might
have
pay.
that?
But I might pay Elon Musk
Man, what a think
to
tank
link
in
up to
here,
my
man.
Neuralink to give me that moment back and hear my grandfather's voice again.
Yeah.
Like me looking at him and like high fiving and oh my god.
You've seen the show Uploaded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. You throw
Yeah.
some of that in there,
Yeah.
some of that technology,
Why-
some of that theory.
How much would I pay for that again? I
To
don't
be
even,
uploaded?
I don't even know how much I would pay to go back to that moment.
Like it's like
Mhm.
Westworld. I would be down to do that,
absolutely.
man.
That's
Immediately,
one of my favorite
be in
shows.
the Western days and like, I'd be all
able to
lonesome
shoot
dove. How much for a
and
poke?
bang and
shoot and
Yeah.
bang, drink.
Yeah.
All my, all,
hookers.
to think all my Colleyville
much for
friends
a
are
pep-
like, Dave, don't get crazy with your conspiracy stuff. man." I'm like,
Man, I'm
"Don't
going
worry,
to
Let me
now.
tell you
I'm
about
gonna-
this NFT
now.
though.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about buying people's worst nightmares,
Yep.
and I'm gonna put them in a jar.
Ooh, imagine that too. The
Yeah.
horror flick link to
No.
it, where you could be like, you
But-
could find someone's worst.
Buy
like-
everybody's buy the death of
buy someone's
everybody's
life.
parent,
Yep.
and then sell it back
Jesus,
to them.
for man,
That's where you start having the problem.
Yep.
yeah.
You buy someone's life.
Yeah, you buy their entire their.
You have no
Or-
ownership of your life anymore.
Not to get ultra dark, but let's go next level with it. So I'm trying to explain to my son is 10, right? I'm trying to explain to him how I was a sophomore in college when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And me running to class.
could have
for
him
first
relive
ever
it?
class. He could just buy my NFT of that moment of me running to class with a Scantron.
Or-
And holy shit, I woke up late and I'm running.
Dude,
And then the professor caught a spotty at SFA, shout out SFA, grabs me and goes,
Lumberjacks,
son. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. He grabs me and goes, son, if you have a girlfriend, marry her because we're at war.
or
and then
take
my
it a
son buys
step-
that clip.
take it a step even darker. I'm gonna buy Jeffrey Dahmer's NFT.
You could.
And you want to
And I'd
relive
get to
all
relive
his
all his
Right.
murders.
Provided there were a Neuralink.
You're a weirdo.
Provided there were a Neuralink.
You're a goddamn weirdo.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Hey, we're brainstorming.
I mean, I thought we were in the
That,
trust
man.
tree. This is
Yeah.
trust tree,
Brainstorm.
right?
Dogecoin,
No,
guys.
Wait, I think. Well, I mean, to that point,
JPEGs. Me.
him being bashed in the bathroom
With a toilet, yeah.
no, in the
Toilet,
bathroom,
toilet,
with
yeah.
having
Broomstick.
that,
You could
would,
buy that
I would
moment.
think that would be super valuable for somebody who is like, man, fuck Jeffrey Dahmer.
Let me see him
I want
die.
to watch this over and over again.
Well, I'm going to go back. I'm going to buy the JFK assassination.
Man,
And I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to tell you what exactly happened.
I already know.
Here we go.
yeah, I do too.
The Secret
Sorry,
Service
man.
shot him in the back,
Back
of the head.
and to the left. Back and to the
The
left.
Secret Service shot him.
It was someone angry because the
That explains the
Chick-fil-A
magic bullet.
shorted in
George
mayonnaise.
George Herbert Walker Bush was actually on the corner. He was there.
Did you open up Twitter today? Did you see what I
See what
tweeted
he
to you?
was-
No, I have not done any social media today.
So the police,
Good for you.
New York City Police,
Mhm.
I tagged you in the story, a video.
No, I haven't seen it. I
They
haven't- I
used
haven't
one
opened
of
it.
the Boston Dynamic robot
Oh.
dogs.
Oh my god.
You want to start that up again?
Oh,
They did like
that is
Oh,
to
the
use, like, on
dogs.
people.
They used one of the dogs to go in.
Not just a robot in a parking
and,
garage.
I don't
No,
like-
they
don't
used
like
one of
that at
those
all.
robot dogs to go in.
Man,
And
Skynet.
I'm out.
And-
Skynet is
I'm
real.
out.
They're kind of creepy looking.
Yeah,
They are creepy looking.
They're from Metalhead in
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
Dude,
It
yeah.
is Metalhead.
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah,
when
it's
y'all
Black
brought up Black
Mirror.
Mirror.
The way they
I
open up their
reminded you
mouth
the
like,
So
Yeah.
they took that dog in to neutralize a threat, inside of a building, and
Neutralized.
supposedly
You have a heart
the
attack? Is that how you neutralize?
Jesus
Christ!
You
so
couldn't give it
supposedly
a bone
the
or steak.
New York City Police Department has 3 of them now.
I don't like that.
How did
I don't
I don't
either.
like this at all.
How did
No, man.
and what does neutralizing mean in that? I mean, I know what it means, but in that aspect, and I know what how they neutralized it.
Yeah.
It went in to make a
in
human
Dallas.
it did not put any of their officers in harm's way.
Oh boy.
So did it like?
So we're
fry
headed
him
towards
with a,
RoboCop.
Like
And so someone
Like
posted the
radiation?
video of them leaving
With the
the
dog.
building
Oh my god.
with the dog, the robot dog.
is it in tow?
Is
Oh
it-
my God, there it is.
There it
There it
is. Oh my god, dude, I'm out. I'm so out.
Dude, this when I saw
Look,
this tweet,
it's
it
actually-
fucked me up. Like
it's,
I was like,
it's actually prancing.
Yeah.
It knows it just won.
they're using one of these fucking dogs to go out and take people down.
So what if this
Did
is
they make
the-
it look less like
So
a
what if you have
creepy-ass
a
dog?
warrant? You're late on your child support. You have a warrant. You blah 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 blah.
Guess you're paying.
They just
quick
send a
now.
dog. They send a dog with
Yeah.
Maybe.
tracking technology with your phone.
Yeah,
Go to
but
the
it
What
gets,
if-
it
I
gets
don't know.
it gets dropped off by an
Hey,
Amazon
so
drone.
what if that's the end result? Like this is the end result of, let's say, cop shootings and stuff. Like all of a sudden now we're just gonna start paying, or not paying, but making these robots and stuff so they can take racism out of the whole equation.
Well, that's
No,
racist to have a robot.
Yeah, Skynet will
True.
become self-aware at some point
And be
yeah.
racist.
Yeah, be racist. Miles Dyson.
I don't.
What if they send the robot to get a rogue
Okay.
robot?
Wow.
What does it do then?
This is
what if
straight
it
up
chooses,
Terminator
What if
now.
it chooses not
Now
to
we're-
arrest the robot?
This is like
Oh.
Skynet and
They
Terminator.
joined forces.
This is like
RoboCop.
Decepticons versus Autobots. We're
Yeah.
we're talking
That's- I'm
Transformers.
out.
Well, that's what Elon's the most scared of, is AI and robotics.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
That's why he's trying to build a rocket ship to go to Mars so quick.
and put a Dogecoin on the moon.
Even if they use this
There
dog
you go.
to just be a reconnaissance,
sure,
like it goes in, it looks around,
Ugh.
it figures out the scene. They're still using these fucking dogs that are expensive as shit in
Yep.
a city that
Well-
needs money right now.
I would say though, if they're using it for reconnaissance, that's a little different than using it for apprehension and.
Well,
you know.
or they do like they did in Fort Worth or in Dallas, and they just strap a bomb to it and roll it up in there. And
I'm
to
gonna,
kill the dude.
I'm gonna go with
That's when
that.
Dustin assaulted me
That was the right idea in that case.
during a show.
I did.
You assaulted.
I
him
was
during a show?
assaulted.
Fucking crazy
It is crazy, man.
using this shit. This
That's
tweet.
now that was a rabbit.
Hop on Twitter, look me up, Plastic Dust, and go look at the
you
story. I
opened, the
retweeted
NFT
it.
just went out of control.
Yeah,
That went
I
down
know.
the
Boy, that-
rabbit hole of all rabbit holes on the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show.
Okay, I have a couple more things here I want to talk about. The Evergreen, the boat that blocked the Suez Canal.
we
You can- you can get the NFT of that.
Hypothetically, where I work had inventory that was waiting on that thing to move.
Did you hear what happened to that ship?
No,
Egypt seized it. $1 billion in fines that the company has to pay because of
my
that
God.
blockage in the
And it was
Suez
a
Canal.
Japanese ship, right?
Uh-huh. I believe so, yeah. They
Wow.
drew a dick in the ocean
yeah, I saw
at
that.
the butt cheeks and then drove
Yeah.
in.
Which is the most genius part of the whole
It
story.
is pretty
How
funny.
bored do you get if you're a captain in one of those boats? You
Yeah.
have to do something.
Yeah. Dave, these next two stories are all about you.
All right.
New Mexico,
Yeah.
Oh boy,
the 16th state to legalize marijuana.
Yeah. Good.
I got family in Albuquerque.
Virginia,
makes
Virginia
sense.
just did it 2 weeks ago. That's going to
Yeah.
make my stocks go look a little bit better.
That's why all my pot stocks today are green.
Yeah, that's-
Super green.
It's the wave of the future.
Wave of the future.
The 16th state, they're thinking it's going to be a $318 million market
So,
and
but
open up 11,000 jobs.
New
for the
Mexico
state.
was
Yeah,
already
good. Good for them.
medicinally there, right? 'Cause that's where everybody was going.
Yes, New
This is
Mexico
full
was medicinal,
recreational.
now it's full rec.
Full wreck, huh?
Full
Which would-
rec.
Which would
Wow.
come in real handy 3 weeks ago during spring break, but
Because Oklahoma is prescriptive.
Oklahoma's bad.
They're green carding
medical
it.
only. Okay,
and
But from what I've been told, is it's
you have a headache, so now you get a card.
you can just do it online now.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Is that the way it is everywhere where it's medicinal now? You can just do a Zoom meeting with your doctor. It says,
Because
"Man,
of
I've got a really
COVID,
bad headache."
Because of
probably.
COVID, that's the way you do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of excited about this because we're almost completely surrounded.
And I think that once that gets to the point, that's when Texas will be
Oh,
You
they're
know,
there.
well, I mean, I think that
Once
Texas
it's federally, like Biden's
take
going
their
to do
It's
it.
so much
We
fucking
take-
money
and
for the state.
the Democrats are going to do it federally towards the end of
Well,
Biden's.
there's also other reasons why they're doing it, which I personally am not like. They're doing it to appease constituents that are just going to sit at home and smoke weed all day. There's a difference smoking weed and having a job and being productive than smoking weed, sitting on your couch and eating a whole bunch of fucking Lucky Charms, and then getting a stipend from the government that allows you to do that.
But if you're making $318 million, you can have a few of these people just sit at home and waste their lives away and eventually die.
But not on weed. They'll just get fat.
Okay.
Governments could
mean,
be like state
yes, and
governments could
eventually
also
die.
be seeing it as
400
bounce
extra
back from
pounds.
COVID too.
The original outcome is death.
Yes,
Dave.
everybody's gonna die.
They're gonna
Well,
die.
yeah. But it could be also desperate measures to bounce back from COVID. I mean,
It could
that's the
be.
thing. Our economy, like Texas, is okay, but man, there's a lot of states that
Well,
are
the-
done.
The tax on, if you were to tax it, that would be a phenomenal
they will.
amount of tax money revenue coming in. But
Man, you smoking Costco weed?
yeah,
now?
I'm like, the other thing that
Craft
they would need to
weeds.
do is a Ouija board.
That's Kirk Hammett's, isn't it?
Yeah, Kirk Hammett Ouija.
Is that an NFT?
He is auctioning this off.
Is that
Oh,
the
yeah?
original Ouija?
Is
it NFT?
He has fallen on hard times,
Bullshit.
and
Yeah.
he needs to auction this off in order to make some money.
He's trying to make another album for Exodus, and he
Well,
needs
what he
money.
did a few weeks ago, he auctioned off the ESP, the wood ESP that was in the one video.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a nice one. I like that. That was a that was a release of his. That was a KH model, but it had a pick guard on it.
It went for $112,000.
Holy shit.
So he thought he would
Why?
auction this one off because this was the one used on load, reload,
Yeah.
garage inks.
Bill
my-
from
S&M.
Mastodon's been doing this.
Bill has.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
he-
even know if
he's
he's still
got-
doing
he-
it now. He
he's got
emptied out
good-
his garage
He's got good guitars, though.
But yeah, that's the
And that's probably my
the Ouija
favorite
board.
one.
of Dave's or of
Kirk Hammett.
Kirk Hammett's.
He also has a couple of really cool graphic ones with like Bela Lugosi on it and stuff. Oh yeah, that's the original one.
Not
It's
to go
all
full
yellowed out.
circle, but Mastodon, the Czar, the
Yeah.
solo,
Yeah.
and that song, you can buy the NFT of that solo.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
almost bought it, but I don't have 17K
$17,000
for the
Jeez,
solo.
man.
You know the
Yeah,
Czar.
yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
get
yeah.
the
I was
guitar
listening-
too.
I'm a
yeah, I was listening to
massive.
Mastodon
So
all the day.
I've seen Mastodon like 9 times.
Yeah, I have
That's about
too.
where
And-
we are.
Yeah, and
I saw him at Rec Room.
yeah, and the solo when
For
they
Remission.
last time I saw him was with Eagles of Death Metal,
Mm.
and yeah, that solo in the Czar.
Ah.
I think that's just the solo sold for 17K.
Wow.
The NFT.
Wait till,
this
like-
is
What's your
all
favorite
new.
Mastodon album? Tread lightly here.
Okay, so you got to take it easy on me. I'm a huge Crack the Sky fan.
Boom.
Yeah, Crack the
No,
Sky's
that's
great.
fine.
No,
Okay.
Blood Mountain.
He ain't-
Because
Mountain
because
is-
the,
No.
dr-
No,
the
Blood
drummer
Mountain's the best album.
the drummer literally the whole album
I
is
love
about
Crack
his
the Sky.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crack the Sky and Blood Mountain
more
are
personal.
my A and B.
It is.
There's a
and-
lot of
it's
really
more
good,
personal for
good
sure.
tunes on that.
And
nice
I mean the
proggy
Czar,
stuff.
if you can name a better song than the Czar, I'll just wait.
I went through
Blood
Crack
and
the
Thunder.
Sky.
That's pretty. That's pretty good.
I went
didn't
through
have to wait
Crack the
that
Sky.
long.
Colony of the
the
Birchman?
Leviathan is my favorite. one.
Colony the Birchman and
Yeah, Colony of the Birchman.
It had been a little while since I've
Sasquatch.
gone through it,
Yep.
and yeah, it
such
felt
good
good
albums.
going
All
through
of
it
all
front to
three of
back.
the
It's
albums.
really good.
Those
So,
albums are.
Here's
awesome.
another reason people in Colleyville need to vote for me. I'm going to see. Finally, I'm going to Red Rocks because concerts are opening back up. I'm going to see Heil Lung.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if y'all are into Heil Lung.
No, well, this is we've talked about Iolung.
Yeah. So I'm
And
going to
the
see them
band-
in Red Rocks.
They're doing
October-
Red Rocks.
One show in America, October 5th.
Oh my
Really?
god, this was a whole talking point
Oh, was it
yesterday
really?
in a bunch of my groups.
Yeah. Heil Lung, October
Heil
5th.
Lung?
Yeah. So I have gone out of my way to see. I almost had to fly. I couldn't get a flight international, but Heil Lung, Red Rocks, me, Scott. So I'm turning 40 this year because I'm old, and me, Scotty, Dwight, and then a bunch of old jiu-jitsu buddies from Carlos Machado that started their own gym in Denver.
Do you remember we got into a whole kick?
Yeah.
Dude, I
On
love
that
Heil
band.
Lung.
I know.
Dude,
It's awesome.
Heil Lung's amazing.
Yeah.
For those that here, I'll turn.
Oh,
it
there
on.
it is. Oh, that's Leafo, right?
Here, let me drag this out.
They're not ready. I can tell you right now, they're not ready.
Mhm.
No, no one's ready for this.
Yeah,
No.
it's so good.
I didn't know they were playing Red Rocks. When is this?
Yeah.
October 5th?
It's like watching Clan of the Cave Bear.
Yeah. So my birthday is September 23rd.
Badass music.
And then all I wanted was Doge to go to the moon, and I want to see how long. But they refuse to play indoor synthetic venues, so
Yeah.
they'll play Red Rocks
Red
as an
Rocks,
outdoor
yeah.
venue.
Because they're all Viking.
Absolutely, and those are all bones, and
Yeah.
they play that. And
So I didn't know they're a couple of guys are from Denmark, a couple
Yep.
of guys are from Sweden,
yep, and then
right?
they started.
And then there's two dudes from
So
Germany.
one of them has children that they were learning about Vikings in school, and it was a negative connotation. So they wanted them to be proud of their heritage. So they kind of started doing this, and it turned into this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Dude.
would. This would at Red Rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
man.
awesome to see.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
man.
out of control.
I know. Happy 40th birthday to me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
So we got on that.
otherworldly.
Yeah. I mean, me and my brother are gonna spend 3 days in Breck, just hanging out, and then I just got back from Jackson Hole skiing, and I love mountains or whatever. But yeah, so all I wanted, I asked my wife. She's like, "What do you want for your 40th?" We're gonna tent camp. I have an RV, but we're gonna tent camp in Scotty's backyard. He's bought a house in Forney, I think, and then I want to see how long with all my crazy Viking jiu-jitsu buddies. And then
Just banging on bones.
Just banging on bones, man. Let's just go to the spirit world, brother.
See the size of that chicken?
yeah.
Yeah, this video is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
All their shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Her
I'm,
voice is insane.
I'm
Yeah.
really tempted on this now.
Go. You can get a ticket right now. Go.
How much are the tickets?
Does it matter?
Not
Okay,
really.
we're buying
It's-
NFTs. We're buying experiences.
Yeah.
Experiences.
Like-
Sell your experience later.
I just want to
and
make
you'll
sure I
make
can.
your money
Yeah,
back.
exactly. I can sell it.
The
and get it back.
experience is infinite. Time is finite.
Well, this would be good because
That's
I need
true.
to drive
Time
up
is
there
a flat
anyway.
circle.
I can spend the night in at Great Sand Dune National Park.
Just party with us, man.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Dude, we've made a week out of it. My wife's even gonna fly in for something. My niece and nephew are
When
there.
is this supposed to be?
I'm
Is
in.
it the 12th or the 5th of October? I have to check.
Oh, it's
Looking
far
for
enough
it.
Oh,
away.
it'd be a birthday
it's far
present
enough
for
away.
me.
Yeah, come on, man. We got plenty of room.
Ooh.
My cousin
I
Ken
like
worked
this.
at Red Rocks.
I literally have the physical tickets in my closet.
The Black Crows are man. They got a bunch of stuff lined
Yeah,
up.
they're
here.
wide open because it's open air.
Yeah. Leonard Skinner.
Okay, okay.
I
okay.
love 10, 5, 20, 21.
10, 5. Okay, so it's the 5th.
So
Dude, we go up 4 days early. We can see Bill Burr at Red Rocks.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Holy fuck!
Hey, I've already got it all set up. Y'all just tag on to my week.
There you go. You got a place yet?
Well, my niece and nephew live there.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
got some.
And then
Relatives
me and
that live
my
there, too,
brother
that
already
I
have a
could-
place in Breck, so
There we go.
come on. All you have to do is get there, and we got you.
All right. You got to buy our ticket and get there.
King Gizzard's there. I'll get there because I want to go.
I've never
I
been
do
to
too.
Red Rocks though.
I haven't
and
either.
I want to go so bad. That's all I want.
I've done a photo shoot there.
Okay.
And I've ran up and down it.
We almost went to see
Look
Mastodon.
at my
though.
man. Look at-
Matt-
he's just getting
Matt-
after it.
Matt's played
There's nothing holding him back right
Red
now.
Rocks with King
Really?
Diamond. Yeah, he
Oh, yeah,
played. He
that's
played
right.
King Diamond. Played with King Diamond.
Yeah,
Have y'all
there's some
seen
video of them
Have y'all
playing.
seen King Diamond?
My drummer plays with him.
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he sings that high.
It's
gotta be-
I don't know. It's all falsetto. so
Yeah,
it's, just
it's
like,
it's
you
amazing.
can kind of do it.
I
Yeah.
think it's
I could
the devil.
feel my
Also that.
beard
Pure Satan.
vibrate when he
Yeah.
would sing.
Yeah, Matt. I've been to really some really good King Diamond shows. And Matt,
Holy fuck!
our drummer has been playing with him for 23 years or so. He's on Abigail too, and everything like 10 albums. So
If you sit in the front row,
Okay.
oh no, I'm sorry, row 6. It's only $2,000 to go see this show.
What about the back row with us?
When it's $100.
Yeah, that's what we paid.
Yeah, that's about going for Red Rocks. About $100.
Okay.
$100, $100.
We have credentials up there? We were
don't
working
know.
on it back in the day.
I don't know if I can pull credentials, but Bill Burr is only $70.
But
Man,
they don't.
I'm
He,
in.
he doesn't play femur bones on stage.
yeah,
He doesn't, but
he should add that to his.
he's funny as
repertoire.
shit. He's one of my. He's in my
It'd be
top
odd.
5.
It would be. It would be.
But it'd be
odd,
good.
but
It'd be a good
okay.
conversational
It'd be
piece.
good.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
King Diamond has to take his. He's got a microphone stand that's two femur bones that are bound together in a cross, but he's got to take it apart and put it in his luggage when he has to hide it when he's
Holy
going
cow.
into new when he's overseas and stuff like that and going through customs and shit. He's got to hide. They've got a false bottom on shit. And simply just to have that prop, stage prop.
I can't believe
This-
High Lung was brought up. on
Dude,
this
turn this
show.
part up. This part's amazing. If you saw those guys running at you in a field, you just run the other
Gone.
way.
Yeah.
Gone.
I'm good. You win.
Yeah.
It's like a Viking haka.
I mean, but do any of them know Ultra,
Uhtred.
son of
No.
Uhtred?
Oh,
I bow to no Saxon or Dame.
just steady, not moving her head.
Her makeup makes me insane.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Those
this
are
is on the
clams.
next season of Last Kingdom.
Uhtred, son of Uhtred. I got some stuff I want to throw in here, but we are reaching the end of the show. I wanted to say one thing. We've had a few issues here in the Fort Worth music scene.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I'm going to go outside now and take a tinkle.
We've had a few discrepancies of sexual issues in the Fort Worth music scene.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to just throw this out here. This is just some advice. This is some JJTM advice, and you can NFT this and own it.
I will be buying this.
And you can pass it around to other people,
Other bands that are coming up.
other bands. You can use this as like a textbook type
Inspirational
thing.
quote.
Whatnot.
This
to
Hai
do.
Lung is behind me chanting. If you have ever been accused of some type of sexual misconduct in the Fort Worth music scene, maybe you shouldn't fire up or join a band that's named after a female body part. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think that's a good look.
Who are we talking about?
There's a band floating around that has royalty at the beginning of their name, and then what's
right.
another word for pirate treasure? Well, I think it's booty, but booty. Yes, that's
All
what
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm playing Rocket League on this one.
I know.
I don't know what y'all are
I
talking
mean,
about.
I feel like mom just hit
Is this
dad at the
code?
dinner table and we
Yeah.
gotta sit here and eat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Bunch of
nobody looks at each other. They're like,
Clanking of the silverware on the clank,
Yeah.
clank, clank, clank. Yeah.
Told you, Margaret.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a band floating around with the name King Booty. And they've been playing some shows over at Lola's and stuff. And they have a member of their band that's been had some war crimes pressed against them.
Accused or
No, it's full on.
oh really?
Maybe it's not a good idea to name your band fucking King Booty if you've had these.
Well,
it's like,
fucking King Booty would definitely be out. That's
Well,
for
yeah, I think
sure.
fucking-
Like we may want to put that in there.
well, yeah,
King
not
Booty
name
would
your
be-
band King Booty
Yeah. Well,
after you've been accused of doing things to other women's booties.
there's a lot of not smart
Jeez.
people in the world, and unfortunately, a lot of them are musicians.
That is true.
They're
That is
little,
true.
We can be.
Dave, you've been in
um,
bands.
I've been in bands for.
I have
few.
some I want to throw by you.
Sure.
When you're playing a show, maybe it's outdoors in a parking lot
Yeah.
in the middle of an afternoon,
Yeah.
and there's like, I don't know, 20, 30 people there to see you.
That's a lot.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
I rest
lot
my
of
case.
people.
That's a
If there's
lot.
if there's 20, 30 people there, I'm
That's a
pretty happy.
success.
Let me start
I'm
this.
getting drunk.
Stop back. Go back. Once I played outside of a what do you fucking call it? A boxing ring. We played with House Arconin in Austin, and we played at a gym, and we're supposed to play inside of a boxing ring, and we just didn't want to put all of our fucking gear up there, so we started playing outside, and then when HK started, they were immediately shut down because of volume. And there were just people that were hanging out at this gym. It was a gym in a strip mall.
Did they
We
load
had a
all their
cape.
gear into the boxing?
They also
ring?
they also
Or they
refused
just
to
do the
play
same as
inside.
y'all?
Yeah, they also refused to play inside.
Sounds like
the
a
boxing
Doty
ring.
Dave idea.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like fuck that. I'm not putting my shit up there. It's like two full stacks. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, they got shut
Especially
down
if
pretty
you're
early.
old.
That was pretty wild.
Okay, so
Wow.
let me
So I don't understand the point of my story, but yeah, there you go.
let me reverse this.
It's a good story, though.
question. That's
Yeah.
a great. That was an excellent story, and I'll be sure to write that down and NFT it. But
I already own the story.
Okay,
You own it, okay.
He's
it,
buying
'cause
the whole
I
episode.
barely remember it, so it could be you could be owning.
it's still your
fake
story,
news.
but he owns it.
Yeah.
The question. Let me rephrase this then. When is a good time to destroy your instrument during a show?
Oh no. Okay.
The
so
beginning, the way I
no.
play.
there's a specific moment when something like that can only be done. Number one, when there's a lot of people who witness you. Number one,
A lot of people.
a lot of people, like not 20 people, but a lot of people. Number two, you have reached a state of bliss that you can't express anything any other way,
Okay.
other than what you're about to do, either destroying an instrument, which is weird and ironic because that's the thing that gave you that moment of bliss, and you are then effectively ending that. You just can't. Or if you're in Nirvana,
Or
there's like, and
when you're about to destroy your life, just destroy that.
or if you have a complete separation
Yeah,
from
like,
reality, and
screw this. I'm gonna destroy my instrument rather than my life.
You're 48 years old and playing in a fucking metal band like me. Yeah, so
So when is a good time to destroy
Your life?
another member of the band's instrument?
somebody else's.
Like
Any
say,
moment.
Say you were just into the show and you were just eating it up, and you were to pick up Andy's drums and just start throwing them.
Okay, so once, and I've seen that happen with the same person that you mentioned. Actually, it was they were playing a show and they were in a band called Jungle Gym. Andy had just gotten he just started getting his new DW.
Wait, that doesn't
no.
count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
No.
They were all mad at each other.
But that was great. So he just got his new kit, and the singer's keyboard player, whatever. I think that dude's name was Andy too.
Andy Tillman, though.
He had just got a new keyboard, and so they were playing the show. There's a three-piece band or a four-piece band, a guitar player, a singer, bass player, Andy, keyboard player guy. And so the singer jumps up on Andy's bass drum, and Andy had told him, I guess he had a problem with doing this in the past, and you can crush the shell sort of thing. So you don't have to go and buy a new bass drum shell or anything.
Yeah.
Andy had spent $4,000 on this one really nice DW shell kick drum, and his buddy jumped up on top of it, and Andy gets up from outside of behind his kit. The music is still going, is still playing, goes over to the singer keyboard player's keyboard with his drumsticks and just starts smashing these new keyboard, and fucking shit's flying everywhere off of it. And then they start wrestling on stage.
This is
no.
why
They're
we need
fighting.
live music back right
they're
here.
wrestling
Yeah.
and fighting on stage, separate, and continue to play the song. He goes back behind his kit, picks up where
Awesome.
the guitar player's just kind of looking, and the bass player, they just didn't stop. And the other keyboard singer picks his shit up. The things are falling off, and he's still playing. I mean, he's still trying to play. It was the greatest thing.
Is that on video?
It
I'm gonna
may
NFT
be.
that.
It
Yeah,
may be
that might
because
be worth it.
Shaolin was playing with him, so there's a possibility that it might
Definitely
have
gonna
been.
NFT that.
Yeah, it might have been that, and the other show was the other riot I was in was for Oxbow, which was in Austin. There was no destroying of instruments, but that was the craziest show I think I've been involved in regards to, like, oh shit, it's moving out, it's moving into the crowd. This extreme rage and violence from a dude that came walking out on stage and was slowly like going through the motions. Huge dude. He had his ears taped up like a street fighter. They're playing this postmodern punk stuff. He's starting to disrobe throughout the set and gets
He
about
had ear
3
protection
songs
on,
in it.
so-
Yeah, tape.
Yeah.
He's starting to, and then he takes the microphone and he sticks it down his pants, and the house is like, whoa, like over the PA. They're like, hey, don't do that. No. And he just keeps doing that, and they shut off the lights. And they shut off the power on stage, and the only person that's going is the drummer. The guitar player gets in a fight with one of the security guards that comes out on stage. This guy goes apeshit and jumps into the crowd. He's got 2 pentagrams tattooed to his shoulders, and this is a huge black dude, rocked out, roided out, jumps out in the crowd and just starts punching the soy children. Like it was like nothing. You're just seeing like bean curds flying everywhere. You know? And I'm standing up next to my buddy Pickett. We're standing right next to a wall on a bench, so everything was happening kind of below us. And I just see this guy making his way through everybody, just pushing everybody around, and he wasn't killing anyone, but it was a really violent sight to see. And meanwhile, the drummer's still playing. The security goes and they're pulling him off of the kit, and he's reaching with his sticks in his hand, and he's still trying to play, and he's getting through this thing. And
he was there for the party.
Man,
for sure.
it was the craziest thing.
His own party.
Cops came in and they ushered us all out of the back, and like that. I was like, that was the first ride I've ever been in, and it was totally rad. All the soy kids were just taking. What's going on? Like
What's going on?
You spilled my IPA, you son of a bitch. That was crazy. So beyond that,
So let me sum this up.
That's a good story,
yeah,
Dave.
Sorry, I tell stories.
Yeah,
You should
I
never
like it.
destroy another band member's instrument.
Gear?
No,
You should never pick up their instruments and throw it off stage.
no.
And it should never be in front of a crowd that's less than
20 people.
20. 20, it's a waste.
Let's do less than 50 people.
Do less than 50. And you have to be in a state of bliss.
What if it's an afternoon show?
like
Like with the sun up.
on a weekday?
Like
If
on
the
a Sunday.
Okay, no.
Then I'm taking my
It's
daughter
out.
out.
Nope.
We gotta go.
It's
Come
out.
on.
It's out if it's
We gotta get out of here.
It's out if you're in a first band. Doesn't matter how much bliss you're experiencing, but if you're in an opening band, you should just play your shit. And get the
Middle
fuck
bill.
off.
Get the hell out.
Middle bill, you may be able to do it. If you're a headliner, then you have a lot more leeway. It's usually at night.
It
Let
should
the
always be the
dust-
headliner.
So,
You
so
should
never
always be
the
in the light.
opener at Bedford
Never.
Blues Fest.
No.
Okay.
Don't go.
No.
Yeah, don't go to
Never be
That'd be
Yeah.
wild.
Don't play outside at Lola's and
Yeah.
smash your guitar during the Bedford Blues Fest.
Right.
Like,
That'd be
my
wild.
slide's not working. But
Gloria Campos would
Okay.
probably talk
Yeah.
about
I
that
just
on the
wanna-
news.
that's
Sorry.
interesting.
You know what?
There are
I'm on the
times. Bedford
same
Blues
no,
Fest.
I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah, there are
I'm
I
on
think
the
I
same
am
page
too.
with though. Now, if you're playing the middle of the Virgin Megastore in the middle of Mall of America, and you decide to come out with 33% Burt and run across the
You
crowd,
step on their heads.
And you
do
step on everybody's
exactly
head.
That's
what
fine.
Pucciano did.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
You're in a mall. It's the middle of the day. You're going crazy. You want them to go crazy.
I was not surprised by that move
No.
one bit.
But I'm also that's a band with history that's used to doing that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, if and that's the other.
have
thing.
you ever destroyed an instrument?
Not on purpose. Well,
Miss you, Dillinger.
it also had, there was a
Miss you.
girl involved. So girlfriend's an
On
instrument.
stage.
Girlfriend? No, not on stage.
That's
This
what I
is-
meant on
Oh, on
stage.
stage? No. No. But if
Did
I
you?
bought
What's
a
that?
shit guitar, if I would destroy Matt's Slammer right there in a heartbeat.
No, man. That
Yeah,
hurts.
yeah, I know. But I would. It's got a bolt
You
on
know how
neck.
much pussy that
you
slammer
fix it.
seen?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Even the name, Slammer. Even the name can't bring it in.
Slammer. What about? Have you ever destroyed anything on stage?
I told you the story about the Lamar talent show where we played with Spoon Fed Tribe.
With egg.
Yeah.
Did
Hell
egg,
yes.
Did
Yeah,
egg, the egg come up and destroy something? Like, hey man.
No, we bashed their instruments on that one, and they pulled the plug. They did the sound thing. They pulled the sound, and they pulled the lights and everything. And then we just Josh was just kind of playing the drums, all stoned, not knowing where he's at.
That's
going,
awesome. That's
What's
what it's
going
supposed to
on, Matt? I don't like it here.
I
I don't want to go home, Matt. And I was like,
I'm going to join
This
the
is-
Air Force.
that's kind of when it happened. Actually,
Join the Air Force. You scared
that
me.
might have been it.
be. Going in the Air Force, my music career's done.
I asked him for that video. He said it doesn't exist. He wishes
really?
it does. Yeah, he said he
Man.
he doesn't have it.
I'm surprised it's
It's like,
not
damn, I want to see that
somewhere.
video.
You might next
wanna
time you see
NFT
the
it.
guys from Spoonfed, you should probably ask them. They might have it
I
because
used
that
to
was
work
when they
with
were
one
up
of
and
those.
coming.
They're
and stuff.
probably just hanging around.
Man, they used to videotape everything.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They had a
Camera
good
crews
thing
with
going
them.
though. They had a
Yeah.
good show.
But it was after they played. We were headlining, by the way,
then you're fine.
a talent show
Why
at
was
Lamar
Spoonfed-
High School.
Why
Yeah,
was Spoonfed?
Lamar High School.
Did they go to Lamar?
And me and Johnson were well over 21 years old. We had a bass player that was still going to Lamar.
You're drinking and smoking before the show
and Johnson,
at Lamar High
and Johnson
School.
banged his mom.
There it is.
True stories.
There it is.
That's what
From
you
Tarrant County
That's
Music.
what you want to
Yes.
own.
Yes,
That's the
that's-
NFT of the
That's
week.
the NFT.
That's
that
the
you wanna
NFT
own.
right there.
That makes sense. though.
Johnson's NFT is way better than mine.
Banging
That's
some dude's
genius.
mom. All right, yeah, I was just wondering. I mean,
Interesting.
There's-
Interesting
It's a
question.
random question. I like it though.
there's been some shit that went down this weekend
Oh,
that
okay.
was quite interesting. It's like, huh? I wonder why that happened.
What's the coolest instrument smash you've ever seen live?
Ever seen live?
Mine was awesome. But
I've seen Nine Inch Nails 21 times.
Okay, that might win.
So,
because my
during the-
band wasn't cool, but I've only seen one ever performer smash stuff. It was Connor Oberst when I'm Wide Awake. It's Morning, Bright Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, way back in the
I'm
day.
trying to think.
During the Downward
What?
Spiral
That-
tours,
my
Trent would
that Bright Eyes
destroy
song?
a keyboard
I'm
every
Wide
night.
Awake. It's Morning. It's the Here Come the Presidential song.
Okay.
Dun,
Okay.
dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Okay.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Yeah,
And then
alright.
he always that was his closer when I'm Wide Awake. It's Morning.
I saw a
And,
dude pull a fake turd out of his butt once
Okay.
at Sanctuary.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
He
at
said, "I'm going to eat
Sanctuary-
this if y'all don't start yelling for me."
Now I don't know if this was
Nobody
staged
yelled.
or
Okay.
not.
There's 20
Alright.
people.
It's fake?
We're like,
I have
"Oh,
a feeling
what
it
is this?"
was, but I saw Garth
I think
Brooks
it was fake.
at
He bashed his stuff.
yeah.
Oh, it was Chris
Really?
Angel.
No, I saw Garth Brooks at Reunion Arena, and him and his guitar player both had acoustics, and they ran up and they
smashed
smashed
each other.
smashed each other's, and
Yeah.
the way they shattered was beautiful. It was like
Okay.
pieces went everywhere.
Was he coked up?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was coked up.
This was
Garth.
coked up Garth. Okay.
And
That's my
then,
favorite Garth.
Yeah.
I saw Nirvana the last time they played Dallas,
Okay.
and
Coked up Garth.
Kurt
Was this
destroyed his
insecticide?
guitar. I used to have a piece of it in there.
Was
He,
this an
he's worth his
insecticide
NFT's
Nirvana?
worth some money.
Post insecticide, I guess.
Yeah, they were on the In Utero tour.
Okay.
This was
Yeah,
their last
so
tour.
Pat Smear was with him then.
Yeah, the last
Dude,
time they
that's
came
insane.
through, Kurt destroyed a guitar. I was up close. I had a piece of it for a while.
Wow.
I think it's still in there.
Out of all the shows that I've seen,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
not
the best
sure if
basher I've seen.
seen. I'm not sure if I've seen somebody destroy an instrument.
I've only seen Connor Oberst doing that.
I have.
That's the weakest.
I
thing
guarantee
could
you
ever come
have,
through.
Dave. You just
Yeah.
can't remember it.
I mean, in the 90s,
you were
that was
too-
a big
you were
thing.
there,
All
man.
the
It was
punk
just
rock
you were
bands
too
did
fucked
that.
up. You need to
Sonic
get your
Youth.
NFT. You
Then
need
you
to go
got-
buy
I-
your NFT.
I got to figure out who owns that NFT,
NFT
so I
and
can
then
watch
buy
it
it
again.
and be like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
Well,
that.
the problem is a lot of metal bands didn't do it.
Yeah, they
Well,
can't.
we're all broke.
Well, they can't afford new
It was
instruments.
all
The only one I
It
ever
was all
saw
the
attempt
grunge
was
bands.
Coal Chamber. Y'all remember Coal
Oh
Chamber?
God,
yeah.
yeah,
Col-
with
Col-
Meeks.
Yeah. Coal Chamber. The drummer would just disassemble his kit.
Big truck.
And yeah. Loco, I think
Yeah.
was their big closer.
We loco.
And so they opened up.
Hey,
Ironically,
careful.
for,
He's in the Hell's Angels now.
No, he's
ironically for Megadeth, they opened up at the Bronco Bowl.
Oh
and
yeah.
so I went and saw him there. My buddy worked the door, so we got free tickets. And,
Bronco Bowl.
Oh man,
I took a
Yeah.
shit in the Bronco Bowl. It was
Okay.
I've
the
taken
worst.
several.
It's
He
the
pulled
worst.
up a picture the other day, and
Yeah.
it made me kind of weep. I was like,
Yeah, it was a.
It was
It
a-
was when it was in its prime.
There was the marquee
All
with
lit
the
up.
Bronco Bull sitting in the back. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was awesome.
man, my heart would like skip beats pulling into the Bronco Bowl,
Yeah.
going, we're about
saw
to
better-
see magic.
You know
I
how
saw better-
every show there
where-
was magical.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix played there.
man,
the Bronco
you
Bowl.
know
Yeah.
how
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
The Master of Puppets tour came through there.
Yep.
you know how we said that there's an ender of local music conversations, and in one of those is if you bring up Bronco Bowl and they just kind of look at you like you're stupid. I'm done talking
Get the
to you.
fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not
Get
talking
the
to you, man.
fuck out.
Yeah.
Nobody's got time for you.
No.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, well, and I saw a bunch of really good bands at Canyon Club. I think I saw better
Yeah.
bands at Canyon Club than I just saw.
Because that's where
I
the
didn't.
that's where the
Devin-
dingy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Squeegee. I saw Devin Townsend there twice.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
saw Bad Brains.
Didn't Death
there.
play there a few times?
I saw
Bad Brains
Death-
played
I
at
think-
Canyon.
Wow.
yeah at the Canyon. Bad Brains played at Canyon back when what's his name? The original singer came back in the band too. He spent the entire show with a camcorder videoing himself, holding it. It was
That's
it was
funny.
crazy.
Well, that's what I'm doing in Stink
Um,
Flamingo. If we ever play,
Oh yeah, right. Who else did I see play there?
Our first show was supposed to be
Saw
this weekend.
Yeah.
Deicide.
Thanks,
I
Josh.
saw Testament there.
Okay.
I saw Strapping and Glad twice. I saw
Canyon?
at Canyon Club.
I was at a
Oh,
Strapping
wow.
Young Lad show there.
Yep, I was there for.
I figured he'd be too big time to play
not
Canyon.
then. No,
Uh-uh.
not then. He was still all fucked up on ultra depressed. It was the best.
Saw Pink
Strapping
Face
Young Lad.
there.
I saw Meshuggah there twice.
Saw Meshuggah there.
The show I skipped out on was Fugazi, and I wish I would.
Fugazi would have been great.
Yeah.
to see
Fugazi
there.
would've
Fugazi,
been-
I saw at the
I'm
Bomb Factory, but they didn't play the show.
I went to-
everybody got kicked out. And they just
Yeah.
opened up the doors and let everybody
yeah.
sit there
Like,
and listen to
I
them.
think
play.
dude, I'm gonna hate to say this. I think I went to Holiday Roller Rink instead of go see. Yeah. It was a bad choice.
Oh,
I
man.
discovered women. So,
Well, hey,
yeah,
that's
I
okay.
mean,
Sometimes we make mistakes. Those are the NFTs that we sell.
Yeah.
We sell those in
we
a
sell
That
those
was
ones.
regret for sure.
Yeah,
Best
no,
Bronco Bowl show inside the bowl.
inside the bowl.
Man,
I saw.
Y'all are gonna laugh at mine, but it was the fucking best I've seen in there.
I'm gonna laugh. It's
Man.
the same as mine.
It
Okay.
can't be the same.
It
as
wasn't
mine.
the same as mine, I don't think.
I have two really good ones
Okay, I've got
that I saw there.
I've got one, but I'm terrified.
One was
say it.
System of a Down. That was when they
Okay.
first broke huge, and they played Bronco Bowl. And then right
Okay,
after that,
I've got two now. I've got two that are gonna
the,
be right
the
next
other
to each
one,
other.
the other one that was amazing was when Drowning Pool got their like gold record and stuff, and it was right when
I
they were
remember that.
right before they were like you
Broke
couldn't
it.
touch them. Yeah,
So I saw
that was awesome too.
the only one that really sticks out in my mind for Bronco Bowl is Dream Theater and
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Watchtower. And I really wanted to see Watchtower more than I wanted to see Dream Theater because Dream Theater is
So I'm ready for the hounding, but I've said it on this show before. The
Puddle of
first
mud.
show, no, the first show,
Jars of Clay.
first show was
Barry Manilow.
Screaming Trees Open,
Ugh.
Oh
Ugh.
but they
Fucking-
opened to Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
That's good.
damn, that's a
Okay,
good
that's
one.
good.
That's the line.
Okay, this was 10 Bad Motorfinger,
Yeah, that's good.
that era.
That totally works.
Oasis.
Oh yeah, there
that
you go.
show
That's cool.
was so fucking good.
I would have liked to seen that
And
show.
the Foo Fighter show, the Color and the Shape tour.
That would be a good show to see there too.
Yeah,
So I'll
those
put
are good
there.
ones,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Those are the best. The Cure
Yeah.
was okay there.
Didn't see
I almost
it
punched
there.
out
Skinny
the
Puppy.
dude from
was great
Disturbed
there.
because he made me go
Skinny
get him
Puppy was
water
there.
and didn't
Yeah.
even drink it.
That's when Skinny Puppy had the tree
Still
with all the
bitter about
fetuses
that.
hanging from
Yeah.
it, and
Yep.
he came out with a baseball bat, and Kevin Key came out and just started hitting the fetuses off the tree.
Well, that's not
Blood
nice.
and shit went
Yeah.
everywhere. It was
Skinny
great.
Puppy-
Saw Guar there.
I saw Guar at the Bomb Factory. I saw Mr. Bungo at the Bomb Factory. Saw Faith No More at
First Faith No More show.
Gillies.
First Faith
Yeah,
No More show.
when
I
it was
saw with,
Palladium or
Yeah,
whatever.
Palladium. I saw
Billy
Such a
Idol.
good show.
where?
Billy Idol, Faith No More at Starplex.
No shit. Wow, that's a long. that was a long
Coca-Cola
time ago.
Starplex then,
Saw,
right?
I saw Incubus and
I saw
and
Incubus at Bronco Bowl.
Incubus and System of a Down at Fitzgerald's in Houston, and there was
Fitzgerald.
20,
Wow.
20 people.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name,
It's gone now.
that venue in forever.
Yeah. it's
Walked out
gone.
of Godsmack at Bronco Bowl.
Why, dude?
Why?
There's too much satanic Wiccan bullshit going on.
You walked out during.
Godsmack?
I'm not the one who's so far away.
I don't even think I made it that far.
When I feel the snake bite into my vein.
Will it make you feel any better if I told you that I'd walked out with Easy Jesus?
Well, you're friends with him. You
From-
booked us a show with
from
him later
Pimpedelic?
on.
Yes, walked out
Later
with
on, you booked us a
Pimpedelic
show with him,
For-
a country
What,
show.
what is
no
Pimpedelic up
stage.
to? Because they were the kings of
They're
Richland.
all
They were-
dead.
Are they really?
Most of them are.
Well, like at Richland
Jeez.
High School, that was like the anthem, Pimpedelic,
Yeah.
everything, the Kings of Blue Mound, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Wow.
Kings of Blue Mound.
Which isn't much. Which
the
isn't
Kings
much.
of Blue Mound.
They were
Yeah.
the Kings of Blue Mound.
That's awesome.
I keep trying to find that video of them. They shot at trees where they
Yeah.
were snorting coke and
Yep.
throwing
Some from
baloney off chicks' ass.
Ridgely too
Yep.
that are
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
When you're a pimp, you got to be hated.
Yeah.
That was.
I had a Pimpedelic shirt.
What was
it?
I
got it.
Yeah,
Gave it
dude,
to
we
you.
all loved
Adidas
them.
Shirt, yeah.
We loved them.
They recorded with Eric D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
If you had-
also recorded with Gers.
Huh?
I have a funny ass story that he told me about them that I will not repeat on the air. There are
I got some
things
funny
you
radio
just don't
stories
talk
from them.
There's
in public.
I got some funny
gotta
radio
save those for
station
the
stories
NFT.
about them too that I witnessed when I was a little intern wee lad.
That's not really surprising. That's the worst type of rock and roll guy is like the one that's a local rock star that doesn't make it much. Everybody knows him in town and maybe a few venues outside of town, but they act like fucking dickweeds when they're like in town, like
Yeah.
with the exception of Pantera. That's the only, with the exception of Tara. That's the only thing I can say.
But Tara never acted like dickweeds in
Hey,
town.
did you
That's
watch
what I'm
that?
saying. They
Hey,
never
did you
All
watch
those
that?
guys were cool
They
as
were,
shit.
yeah, that's
Did
what
you
I'm saying.
finally
They were
watch
the
that
only ones that
interview
didn't.
that's on
I
Revolver?
watched the first part.
Oh, you haven't watched it all?
I need to watch all of it. I
Yeah,
haven't
there's
had
a really
time
good
to watch
interview
all of
right
it.
now if you're listening to us on Revolver with Phil about the they did that show with the illegals. That they did a vulgar display of the illegals.
Yeah.
Friday, right?
But he did, yeah, I think it was last week, right?
Yeah.
But Phil did like a 20-minute interview on Revolver. The only thing that sucks, it's all pieced out and stuff.
For the click links.
You're probably right,
It
but
is.
it's a very good interview. The interviewer was really good. Phil was really good. It's like, man, that should be one piece somewhere. But you gotta go to Revolver if you want to see it. But
On YouTube. Go
Yeah.
to Revolver on YouTube. And it
And
the
send me
first
the
part's
money
really
for that
great.
time because I own it.
NFT.
I'm not just
You got the
NFT.
NFT?
I'm just
You
looking at
just
my
bought the
cards.
NFT?
NFT. I just bought that Revolver.
All right. Before we leave out, how much money did we make?
Nah, it went back
What's it
down.
at?
It was below 12 last
Do we
I
need to
checked.
buy the dip? Are we buying?
Are
the
we
dip
buying
now?
in the dip?
Let me see.
I mean, I could transfer what I already threw in there.
No, we're good. It's at 11 still.
No, we're at 11.
No,
I'm still.
So we call that the new floor.
Yeah,
that's
the
our
new
new
floor.
floor.
That's our new
Floor's
floor.
11 cents.
It's business
So I'd buy
Tuesday.
in right now. I'd buy in right now.
Yeah.
I've already
Well,
doubled up
Dave's still
everything.
trying to.
Yeah, I got to go get my routing number in order to put it in. It's
Yeah.
not wanting my. It's not. Dude, I still have my debit card out and everything. I'm gonna mark that out.
He's ready to go, man. He's ready to change the stock
I don't
market.
know. The way it's looking, the only way to go is up. So let me buy another batch.
To the
here.
moon.
to the
Let's
moon.
see. How much do I have
You want to
sitting
give
around?
it to
How
Dave?
much you buying it? I want my free ones.
Let's
Yeah,
see. I bought mine
gotta
right at
ch-
nine, like
I wouldn't
9,
be
8.
shocked by the 4th of July if we're sitting at a quarter.
Please,
That would be very.
that'd be awesome.
That would be. I mean,
if we get
and
up
I'm
to-
being serious.
If
I'm
we
not
get up to
just saying that.
$5, I'm going to throw a party with y'all.
Can I come?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
in.
the one that's gonna
That's
pay
true.
for it all.
That's true. Yeah.
Through Dodge.
We'll do it in Colleyville at a venue.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have.
We'll do it at
lovely
Will
outdoors.
Lots of
Hoyt's.
good-
Or
there's
Will
lots
Hoyts
of
is
great
great, right?
places.
We
Yeah.
every Friday night we have a concert. Pretty much the
There we
remainder
go.
of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spectacle. We'll play a show if
That'd
you
be a
want
bad-
to.
That'd be a bad idea.
And now
That
own
would-
Be a
another
great idea.
2,000 Dodge.
Do you really?
I just did. I bought them. We're on the dip.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
We're on the dip because
If
the
this
only
is
way
the
this
dip,
is
then-
built, we're going up.
I like the sounds of this, guys. Let's end it on this.
We've set a new floor.
We've set a new floor. We're out of here.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
go to my car and find my routing number. Start getting in on some of this.
You
Fake
should. I have something to show
Phantom
you.
money.
As soon as the show's over, I got something to show you. It's in
Okay.
my pants.
Phantom money.
Is that it's in your pants?
Yeah.
Also, Phantom.
A phantom. All right.
Phantom Johnson.
Which one of you guys are taking me home?
Well, Kurt, it's been fun.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
If you need to come in here and rant about anything else,
Neighbor.
you're more than welcome.
Yeah,
keep us
absolutely.
keep us
Yeah.
posted because
Will do.
we'll forget about it.
Keep
Yeah,
an eye
probably.
on Dave. Make sure he stays alive.
Absolutely.
need him.
It's okay.
Anything that comes across
I'll-
your table that says Dave O'Hearn and like arrested or red letters and stuff, just
No,
kind
that
of
wouldn't be me.
put
That'd
it-
be our
move it.
buddy. That'd be our other buddy.
who?
That'd be-
We're
The other
not
guy named
talking
David
about-
O'Hearn.
No, I'm not gonna. We won't mention his name because
No.
he's not here.
I told you.
Oh yeah,
He's not here to.
We'll pour
engage
some
in
out
that.
for him.
Yeah, we'll pour some out
Yeah,
for him.
it could- you almost did.
We wish you luck
Thank you,
on
sir.
your campaign trail and your
Thank you.
3 years
Thank
and
you.
done.
Yep.
That's
3
pretty
years and done.
hardcore. That's pretty
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. Doing my
Drop
3 years
the
of
mic.
service.
It's good.
Yep.
Drop that
and
mic.
again, I'll say again that I have never heard anybody that has committed to 3 years of public service because they hadn't served their community, either military or police or whatever it may be. That's pretty rad, man.
Kind of makes me want to do it.
Yeah, I've never. I feel kind of
We've been asked to.
feel like a
We have
dick.
been asked to.
I feel like a dick. I haven't done.
Me
it.
too.
Well,
I just talk about it.
Yeah,
Dave,
yeah,
what
yeah.
have you done
I
with
mow
your
my
life?
yard. That's what
No,
Dave
listen.
does.
Dave, this has actually been an intervention the whole
Yeah,
show.
I know, right?
How to
That's
be a
why-
better citizen of Colleyville.
I'm a pretty good one. I think I do. I don't try not to cause any problems, and I try to support my local businesses. I don't travel outside.
You don't
of-
have to sell me, man.
Yeah, I
You have
believe
to sell
in you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Dave.
We're going
Yeah,
back
there
up.
you go.
Dave.
We're going back
Are
up.
we to the moon?
We're hitting the up street now.
Bullshit! I gotta get out of my car, get my routing number.
All right, we're out of here later. Bye.
Later, y'all.
What a cool show.
No, I want to show you something.
Okay.
So
I've got to piss like a racehorse.
You can
How do
piss.
y'all hold it so hard? Can I go in your
It's-
backyard?
yeah, just go in the
Okay.
backyard.
That's what.
I'll be
that's
right
how
back.
men do
Yeah,
it.
just-
We used to-
So
the girls
I,
what's it
you know, all the vendors that were out there.
Yeah.
I need to stop this, but
Really?
fuck it. All the vendors that were out there for the thing.
Yeah.
So CMC was out there.
It's crazy talking to
trigger
those things
company?
for like 3 hours.
Did you get
Oh, yeah.
new triggers?
B and
Here will be
their
some work.
CEO like talked for quite a while,
Do
Really?
you have cauliflower ear yet?
and he had one trigger sitting on the table. I was like, well,
Yeah.
and when I
It's
walked
Weird,
up,
'cause it, like,
I saw the
the
CMC
weight,
stuff. I was
I
like,
thought there would be an event.
Right.
why are you selling a trigger at an airsoft event?
Wear and tear.
Yeah,
That's kind of weird. He goes, oh, I just got out there to show you the CMC stuff. He goes, but what I'm here to show
Yeah,
you
it's just
is
magnets.
Sosa Optics. It's a new side of them.
Okay.
They're building their own optics. Right now, he's selling Sun Optic
Gotta
stuff,
shimmy it.
Okay.
but they stole a guy from Vortex,
Uh-huh.
an engineer from Vortex, that built all the Vortex optics,
Okay.
and now they're building their own. And he had a bunch there on his rifles, and I'm playing with them, blown away.
Really?
I'm like, these are fucking good.
Are they variable? You got one.
So I bought this.
Okay.
You're gonna.
If it's a
Fucking-
thermal, I'm gonna fucking. kick you
It's
in the
not a
butt.
thermal. It's not a thermal. It's a
They do nighttime deals with
Feel-
y'all?
feel how heavy this is, or how light it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's super light.
Flip it open and turn it on. It's got a green reticle and a red reticle.
That's what I want.
Is it an on and off in between position?
Is it just
It's a knob. It's a turn knob.
Is there a dot and reticle?
No,
Is it solar powered?
No, it's a.
it's got mills.
Okay, so that's pretty rad.
How much was that?
Wait, do you have it on red or green?
Green.
I love green.
The green is better.
Yeah,
Red.
dude, this is what I want.
Red
My
messes
AR.
up my astigmatism.
You should have come out.
Bananas. How much was it?
Thomas and I bought one, or Thompson and I bought one.
I need.
Come out to what?
That was at the airsoft. I'm buddies with the guy now, so now I can just put in orders. He's got a $200 one I want to
Oh,
order.
I want something.
Does he
I
have
want
it
something for my AR. Like
Yeah,
This is for your
this is real
Now,
steel.
zero.
No, no,
This
no.
will hold zero.
And that's what I asked him. I said, "Will this hold zero on real steel?" And he said, "Yes, 100%. They're made for real steel." And he brought them out for airsoft. They're 100% covered. If you break glass, he'll swap them out.
Lifetime.
You could do
Lifetime
red, too.
warranty. Yeah, you
That's
just turn.
exactly
Look,
what I want.
turn the knob.
Did you
It goes to red.
did you get that for your AK?
Is it dot too?
I did get this for my AK.
Yeah, I shot my AK over the weekend. I'm just so excited. I got.
Where'd you shoot your AK at?
Out at a ranch.
Oh, you got one after you got scammed?
Yeah, I bought another one, man. I was.
So
yeah,
there's
that
red.
was
I like
Is
green,
it-
but
is it dot too?
there's red in there.
I
No,
think
look
it's
at it.
only those
No,
red.
I mean, it's just this.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. I don't like dot. I want quick recognition. I want to be able to pull it up to my hand and see.
Yeah.
You want to know how much
Plus-
that was?
I want you.
$49.
$49.
I want it.
49 without like the buddy
Oh.
deal.
Me and Thompson both bought one for $49.
$49. Did they make variable?
See, you should have come out.
How much is it?
I had
How much
a
is it?
daughter.
Just buy it from the website.
I don't know.
You probably get them. Have you checked Big Daddy Unlimited? Are you a member of Big Daddy Unlimited?
No,
Should be.
I don't belong. I don't get in colds.
Cult. It is a cult.
I'm not in a cold. Not in a cold. The only thing I don't like is the knob. I'd rather it would be push button, but the push button he was out of, because the push button sits on top for the brightness and the darkness, and you hold it down, it'll go from green to red. And
What was the difference in price?
same price.
Push button.
They were just out. He was out of them, so I got that one.
This will be good for your AK.
Be real good. It's quick. Like, just hold it down and pull it up. Just pull it up real quick and look how quick you can recognize through it. It's fucking great. Open up the other side. Hold it out arm's length, where an AK would be. You've... That little red dot I have in there sucks. But that's what I like about all the EOTechs I have, is they're easy.
Are those EOTechs real EOTechs or they?
Only two of them are fake. One of them's real.
Okay, I was looking into getting a real one, but I already have that hollow sun on mine.
There's no difference. I wanted that hollow sun. I want the same hollow sun you have, the
Yeah.
40 whatever.
The 503C.
Yeah. Because I would like the solar
The
aspect
solar
of it.
thing
And I
was
asked
awesome.
him, when I walked up, I said, "Do you have anything solar?" And he's like, "No, we don't have anything solar yet, but we're designing one
Yeah.
for solar." He's like, "I got these," but then he had a 33 millimeter 4x9
Okay.
on his real rifle that was sitting there,
Yeah.
and he wants 200 for it.
Okay.
The dots in it are insane. Well, first off, it's got them printed black.
Okay. They're etched.
They're etched,
Okay.
and then
That's good. That's great.
then you can illuminate them.
That's even better.
So if it's dark, or you're in an area you're shooting into something dark,
Yeah.
you can illuminate them, red or green, around the etching.
Wow.
With
How much is it? $200?
$200.
I spent like $800 on my ACOG, and that's
And
just a little 1x5.
It was
God,
so
no,
smooth, and then he had one sitting off of the rifle, as light as this.
So
this is freaking
they bought
ridiculous.
Sun Optics, or are they just doing a distribution deal?
They bought them and are now designing their own
Wow.
setups.
And they got a guy from Vortex to do it.
Their own setup.
That's cool.
He was super cool. We were talking about. I told him, I was like, "Well, I've seen all y'all shit around ETDS."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, that's our home office."
Oh.
He's like, "That's where we go shoot all our films,
Yeah.
our videos, and we make sure
I need to get out there too.
we check out." Yeah, we need to make a trip.
Yeah, that place is beautiful.
Some of the other guys want to make a trip too, so we need to make a trip down
I
there.
gotta get ammo. I mean, I've got plenty of ammo. I just have to replace. I gotta keep my 1,000 rounds per gun, or 1,000 rounds per caliber, just because.
The highest
I'm gonna end up. That's gonna.
during the show was 11.21.
During the show,
11.68.
because it went up to 12 something
it's a good
before
job
the show,
of
right?
it.
I thought it was
just
too.
doing great.
That's not a statement.
But yeah, he's like, just his name's Chris. It's like-
Their triggers are awesome.
He's like, just shoot me an email, whatever you want. I'll
Really?
send it to you. You can't buy anything off their site because he wants to be able to distribute them.
Wake up tomorrow.
But it's made for both.
Yep.
He's like everything's made for both. He's like everything's made for real steel.
Yeah.
But for airsoft, he had a guy. He's told everybody there, if one gets cracked by a BB, bring it over here. The guy brought it over there. He swapped it right out there.
Yeah.
Go
Wow.
have fun.
Well, that's good. I mean, lifetime warranties on optics are great. So Vortex has they have lifetime warranty. The Holosun has lifetime
Here, you
transferable.
want one of these?
On-
I'm gonna bring the rest of them over anyway.
The
so-
Trigicons are.
I got
my
another
favorite.
3/4 of a case though.
So yeah, if you want one, take it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I have one.
No,
Would you like it?
I wasn't impressed with the review. I'm gonna invest my time in an Imperial Stout.
No, it's a black lager.
Black lager.
Yeah.
So Sosa, SOUSA.
Oh, you're not talking about Sosa the band play?
No, Sosa Optics. It's
Okay.
SOUSA. It's Sun Optics USA.
Okay.
But they're gonna put them under the SOUSA tag.
They should get away from the
And they
Sun
got-
Optics. I think
they
Sun's
are.
got a
Well, that's
bad
why
rep.
if you go to Sosa's side of it, it shows them they have 6.
Yeah.
Only 6 available right now.
Okay.
And the
I'll check
one
it out.
he had is the Mantis.
Yeah, Dustin
Okay.
hung out with
I'll look at it. See, I'm saving money for the Accufier for that
Okay.
for that
They were
thermal.
talking, Joe.
700 something. I mean, according to his friend, it's $700 something dollars. Off their site, it's like $2,100.
Yeah.
Is that what he's getting him for? Really, like $700?
Yeah, it's 6.
I just spent $400
It's
for him to
$6.99.
pick up my dad's rifle. I didn't realize it was gonna be that much.
Well,
Like,
look what the fuck you did.
I
I saw the pictures of it.
it's fucking rad
You
now.
see his tweets and
Yeah.
stuff. He's
Super
actually
rad.
You didn't
that
just
now.
go, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go pick up my dad's
No,
rifle.
I went to go pick it up, and while I was picking it up, I'm like,
I think that's
"Yeah,
the way all those
do you have
movies
another,
are,
do you have another
Oh.
handguard? Do you have another
I think
handguard?"
all those
He's like,
movies
"Yeah, I got
got
this
that
stinger."
way.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Well,
cool,
you
put it
moved
on
off
that."
that. Thank you.
Hey, he's
I
like,
gotta take the gas plug off. I gotta do this. I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you hear some yours?
Because-
Put that stock. That stock is badass.
he goes, yeah, Dave just started digging through all my shit and started building his rifle out.
Yeah, I was just
like,
building my rifle out with all this leftover stuff.
look at all this stuff you have laying around. Let me see
And
here.
it cost me
What
like
is this?
$400 in his leftover crap. But now, now I've got I just got to put a bipod on that one. And I'm gonna stick my 22 conversion, CMMG conversion in there, just so I have a dedicated 22 AR like all the time. That
Mine-
conversion kit is
Mine
awesome.
should be here tomorrow
Your AK?
or
Or the-
by the end of the week. It
Yeah.
should,
Do you want to do family pictures?
Are we doing family pictures?
Are we gonna dress in our Adidas outfits?
Yes, all Adidas, and we're gonna squat like
Oh, I
slobs.
thought you were talking about the podcast.
Yeah, no. I'm saying
No, we can do podcast picture real quick.
podcast
I'm just putting
I'd rather
everything.
do family pictures in Adidas outfits.
Well, we're gonna do that, but we're also gonna have AK-47s and squat like slobs.
Yeah.
Squatting slob. I've been practicing.
Sloth beat.